Welcome back to Grim Volume, the absolute best place to watch or listen to D&D being played ever. Not a knock on anyone else who does it, we just do it better. After this quick intro, we'll get right back into the thrilling story. See what happens.
Whoa!
After a brush with death, and possibly staying in captivity, the group finds themselves leaving the fortress that they had just arrived at as it collapses behind them. No clues as to where the inhabitants of the fortress are. With them is a man named Alman, and as they leave the forest, they eventually camp out, hopefully for a restful night after such a brutal day. As the night ends, actually, the sun begins to rise. And you guys are actually sleeping through the day because it was the end of the nighttime when you guys stopped. So I'm correct. Who was taking the first watch?
I was staying up.
Okay.
But
weren't
all
watching.
this, I'm just like staying up through all of this. So
I was gonna take a second watch or last watch, whatever.
Alright. Who was taking the first watch?
I'll take the first watch.
Okay.
The
Give me a
extra,
perception
extra.
check.
19.
19. As you kind of watch out for anything that might happen, you just see a group of exhausted adventurers trying to get some sleep. Alman definitely struggling with something as he's just kind of rolling over. Seems like he's in a lot of pain. But nothing else of note happens.
Yes. When it seems appropriate, I'll go walk over to Ren and wake him up.
I'll wake up.
Alright.
Hey. And I'm gonna walk off with the enforcer.
Okay.
Have fun.
Is he in your bag? I know he was out.
He was
knocked
out.
him
I'll put him back in my bag.
Wait, you're putting him in your bag?
Yeah.
Make a perception check for you.
21.
21. Good. See how it goes. You
Great.
walking off into the forest with
I just walk him out and tie him up. You know, he's been blindfolded and gagged, so just made sure. And I just retie him to another tree, just a little ways away from that.
One thing I forgot. Roland, did you ever come back from the forest? Okay. That's one thing you would know before going in.
Gotcha. But I would just take him out with me and just practice my
How
forms.
far away from?
Maybe 100, 200 feet.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. Sweet. Then that would be, you would get the benefits of a short rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Doing anything while you're out there? Other than you practicing your forms with
Practice my forms.
anything while you're watching?
Are the horses awake?
The horses are awake, yes.
I would, while everyone else is asleep, I would approach, what's his name?
Whoa. I'm just kidding.
No.
Your horses. Your horse.
Creed?
Creed. I would approach Creed.
Alright.
Yeah. And I would cast Speak with Animals.
Alright. What does that look like?
Oh, to hear what Creed sounds like.
In this instance, Ren would just start like actually maintaining the horse, like brushing its hair and like trying to help clean it up. And then while he's doing that, there would just be like a gentle green glow on his hand, and you would just start talking to the horse and begin to communicate.
What do you say?
Listen, friend. This is a strange question. I'm sure you've been through some hard things. We all have. But I had a friend that was with you that I cared a lot about. And when we came back to get you, he was dead. And a lot of other horses were dead. And you were the only one alive. What happened?
Seems I was fortunate in that way.
So it would seem.
I should have left him alone.
Who was your friend, little one?
He would have been the newest horse that you've met. I never knew what name that he would have chosen, but I called him Oakley.
You must be referring to Henry.
Yeah, Henry. I wish that I could have known to call him that.
I do too.
What happened? I'm glad that you survived and all, but what happened?
Well, as I was patiently waiting, it seems as though that figure, whatever it is that you all travel with, brutally murdered all of the other horses.
Feathers stand up on the back of Ren's neck.
No.
Thanks to my amazing owner, I believe I was spared. They must have some strong friendship, as the other one seemed very eager to dispatch of the horses.
Did he take their souls or something?
I believe so. I don't know what that means, but sounds right.
Did he pull some glowing energy out of them?
It's hard to focus. The eyes are on the side of my head.
So real.
What name do you want to go by?
Creed.
Thank you, Creed. I'm glad.
It is the name my owner gave me. It is truly a righteous name.
It is glorious. I am very glad that you survived that through.
As am I.
Yeah. Well,
You know why the other horses were killed?
I have an idea why.
Why do you think?
I think that the person you speak of was hungry and does not take into consideration what is pure, correct, and right, and disrespects the cycle of life.
Perhaps. It seems like it matches up with what happened.
I'm gonna do what I can to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Good.
Rest.
Although these other horses are not as nice as the other ones.
Yeah, they give them some grace. They were probably raised by criminals.
Yes, well, they smell. How long does this last?
I think an hour, I think. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I'm not going to talk for
No, I know.
At the conclusion of that, Ren's actually going to do what he can to wash the other horses and just be like aggressively mumbling under his breath if anyone overhears that.
Okay.
A lot of sleep
Sounds good.
We're zombs, bro.
I would say that after maybe like 2 or 3 hours of sleeping, Andrews probably has received the rest that he needs, as he's just kind of been like unconscious for a decent amount of time and just doing his own thing. He hasn't exerted any actual effort.
Yes.
He's just been here. He wouldn't do anything, but he would kind of just like wait.
Rolled across him, so.
And just kind of just like look around and fidget more with whatever this
just
is.
mess with it.
But for the purpose of that, he'd probably just be paying semi-watch attention to the rest of the night. Morning.
Yeah. Ren wouldn't wake anyone else up even if something was planned. He would be just in the zone.
Alright. And anyone else doing anything during this morning?
Sleep.
Yeah.
All right. You guys sleep for, the usual 8 hours, 9 hours, who knows. You all went to rest at about 7 or 8. So, it's probably 4. Maybe 3:30.
PM? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Does Roland come back?
That would be a rest.
Yeah.
Just a rest.
Since I'm staying up, what's the DC to not get exhaustion?
I think it is. Yeah.
Because I haven't taken a rest. Yeah.
Let me just check.
I know it's a con save, right?
Yeah, it's a con save. What did you get? Or what are you gonna get?
13.
13. Okay, let me just real quick check that.
How do we get spells back again? We roll our dice.
Yeah.
You roll hit dice.
Don't you
You
expend
expend
dice?
hit dice to
Yeah.
get your
And you gain a
proficiency worth.
proficiency's worth. Yeah.
It's also on the homebrew doc.
Is proficiency still 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I could check Discord,
No,
Jack.
it's not.
Is a rest just 1 hit dice back?
I believe.
A
Is this
rest
not a
is.
full?
Full rest is 3. A rest is 1, right?
I believe so.
So you
Well,
get 1
full
hit
rest
dice
is
back.
I think
But that one
actually,
wasn't taken against you, so
I'm gonna
you
fact
just
check
heal
that.
it.
I should know my own rules, but I have a lot.
So just roll
I know.
6.
For those of you who are unaware, there's a lot of homebrew in this game.
There is. Yeah, there's
We'll get you guys a doc at some point.
Oh, on the Patreon.
Yeah.
So
It
yeah.
doesn't
It's
exist
not
yet.
But you don't have to
Paper.
take away any
Like and
dice, it's
subscribe.
getting the one that you expended.
on the Patreon is crazy.
Like and subscribe
Um,
to the Patreon.
Our
You get
rest.
any features
Right.
that you need back.
A rest is 8 hours without protection and cover. You can sacrifice your hit die to regain amount of spells. Okay, yeah, you regain 1 hit die. That's what I meant. Good.
You can't stack hit die plus you're past your maximum, I assume.
Past your maximum? No.
No, okay, that's what I thought.
Good question. All right, as you all begin to wake up, you're still awake. Would you have come back from the forest anytime, either of you?
No, I'd just still be. At this point, I would have taken off the guy's blindfold, but not
Yeah.
said a word to him, but still keep on practicing
Yeah.
forms.
At some point, you're kind of focused on your stuff. Hey. You gonna kill me?
Still deciding whether it should be a downward stroke, pierce, maybe a disemboweling striking. You get to decide, though, I guess. I'm gonna knock him out as soon as he starts screaming.
Well, you can hear that from a distance, just someone yelling for help.
Yeah,
I'd
like
say
he's
it's
rolling
probably
like
earlier
rolling
than you
up
guys. You guys are all
sword.
asleep.
He said the snack?
You'd probably hear that. Those of you awake in the nighttime. But.
Sure.
If I see you hear it, Ren would just say something along the lines of, Levi took the prisoner. I don't know what he's doing. Doesn't sound like nice things.
I'll search his body, see if he has anything on his person.
There's a few coins, 3 silver, a gold. There's a dagger.
I'll take that dagger from him.
He's wearing half plate.
I'll take that plate off.
Was like,
I said, wait a minute.
Take his clothes off.
Well, you'll close it.
before you close it.
Imagine being in a situation. You still help, all of a sudden.
Any,
Dude, missing a kidney.
I can imagine that.
Any like
Terrible.
papers or documents on him?
There's no papers or documents.
Cool. I'll just get back to my forms.
All right. As you guys wake up, anyone doing anything in the morning? Alman is still sleeping.
I will wait. I probably would just stay where I'm at until Alma wakes up.
I'm gonna sit down next to Creed and eat.
Are we all? We're all
I'll
awake,
feed
right?
Creed some food.
You sit down next to Creed, so you're over by the horses.
Yeah.
Ren would be visibly pissed. You probably wouldn't say anything.
I wouldn't
but-
care.
Yeah.
We're all awake, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, the
tree that I'm sitting against,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start kind of like carving something into it.
Brent's like, no, the tree.
The natural cycle, you're disrespecting it. I'm Devora. Ow. I speak for the trees.
I'm gonna talk to the tree and see if he agrees with me.
Blur that. We are not sponsored by the Lorax.
Dr.
That
Seuss
would
is
be
dead.
sick,
You
though.
guys.
It's actually
No, he actually came to me in a dream
Dr.
and said that he speaks for the trees and that he wants to sponsor.
No, yes, it doesn't have to be 50 years after if the
He
person
speaks for the
passed.
streams.
Well, it'd have to be 50 years after they last copyright. Dr. Seuss is definitely locked down.
Yeah,
Can't be
for now.
For now.
Soon.
Yeah.
Dr.
But Popeye!
Dr. Seuss campaign setting.
For now, I'll have to. There's a Dr. Seuss
He just-
dentist in Florida City. So.
Winnie the Pooh, too.
Hold on, what?
Great. You just doxed.
Anyways,
Yeah, she's just gonna carve.
you just doxed
In
us.
a
We'll just
tree.
blur it out.
The 2 people are gonna show.
Yeah, 2 people are gonna show up to Oregon City and find us.
The people
What do
that
they do?
are already-
Airdrop me something?
They're gonna swat all of
Maybe give you
us.
some cash.
Good luck finding
We
this
could use
shed.
Yeah. Oh no, they're getting closer. Alright. Look on the trail. That's it. We got it. We got it.
We're leaving crumbs, guys. Save us some Jack.
All right. At like half an hour later, Alman kind of just like just kind of looks around, kind of sits up.
Where is he? Like in the way
Like,
the camp is laid
Near
out?
you,
Sure.
for convenience sake. No, I imagine near you.
Okay.
He knows you.
Rest well.
Not at all.
Rest properly. Enough.
Arm's killing me. And I'm nervous. We should get out of here.
Do you have anything about this that you can do?
I can try. No promises. Second. He just kind of like walks a little bit in the forest, just like gets there's like rain everywhere, so he just kinda gets the rain on his face and just splashes on his face. Alright. Kinda grabs the metal. I'll try to dispel it. You just see this kind of blue glow coming from his hands. Like very bright blue. Seems too powerful.
Would you be willing to try one more time? I'm going to try something at the same time.
Alright.
On my mark. And like as I do that, I'm gonna kind of like start channeling like just the like flow of the arcane that's like within me
Yeah.
into like the front portion of my fingertips. Just
Mhm.
like they're like buzzing a little
Yeah.
bit. And I'm going to hit it with 6 spell levels
Okay.
while he hits it with it as well.
Alright.
Break.
You immediately get launched back into a tree. About like 5 feet up. You take
14 damage of bludgeoning.
6 bludgeoning damage. As you against the tree, falling to the ground. The metal steaming but still intact.
Damn.
He's standing there completely, not like unfazed, but he didn't
Right.
get moved at all. We'll have to find a more powerful mage somewhere. We should leave. Kind of turns to the rest of you. We should get going. There's a town south from here, not too far.
Yeah, we should go quick.
At the sound of someone hitting like a tree thud
Yeah.
and as you see branches go, I drag the dude by his scalp up to the camp.
He's unconscious, right?
Yeah.
Is he alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should head to Westdenn. It's not too far from here.
Sure. Let's go. Should go
We need
quick.
some proper supplies and rest. And some safety from our foe. I have no idea where they could be. Andrus, I'm sorry that I couldn't fix that. I will be able to if we get to Highwall. Hopefully sooner, but
Alright.
maybe if there's the right supplies and Westdenn.
Well, if we move fast, maybe we can get going before the ghoul gets back.
He's gonna hop on his horse.
I will help Andrus onto our horse
Good.
that we had.
Where's Roland?
Who cares?
I don't see why that matters.
Damn.
Hey, where you guys heading off to? It's like Levi, like Mentor's back into camp.
We're getting ready to leave to.
Westdenn.
Westdenn?
Yes.
Southfair. You been?
No, I can't say I have. How far of a ride?
I think if we go fast, we could make it by tomorrow night.
At this point, Ren will walk your horse over to you. Come on, let's go.
Well, no need to rush.
Wouldn't hurt.
And
We should wait till all of us are present to leave, no?
Zoran's gonna go
Hey,
try to
Sleeping Beauty.
find Roland.
Alright. Make a survival check. If you're trying to be sneaky, make a survival.
10.
You only clue you have, you know where Ren came from last night, so you had an
I'm
address.
just gonna start working that way.
You sleep well?
Didn't really sleep that much, no.
Hmm.
You didn't either, no?
No. Before we leave, I feel like we should talk. Won't take too long.
If we talk on the road.
I don't think so.
You got something to say?
I got some questions. What do you know about the Tothu clan?
I find it difficult to understand why it is myself being quizzed about the attackers that we were engaged by when you were the one who led us to them.
I did lead us to them. But they know you.
And you as well, apparently.
No, they do.
But you have history.
We ran into each other once.
So they do know you.
No. They know me now. I
Right.
killed all of them.
Perhaps
last time
I can
met them.
answer some of your questions about the Tothu clan when we get to Highwall.
Yeah. Let's wait. I want them answered now.
We don't know that they're not coming for us right now.
No, I know that they've been watching us before we even got here because of our friend Andrews.
How do you know that?
They told me.
They watch many.
Yeah,
They also lie.
I understand. They knew my name. So either you're telling them stuff, which I know you already are. So why don't you tell us what you told them?
When someone sending them arcane messages directing them to various ruins, and then has connections outside of the party that are manipulating them, I find it difficult to understand why I'm the one being questioned.
No, you shouldn't. Because you knew more than you let on.
I knew
And you didn't tell us about that.
I knew that it was dangerous, and I said that we should run. And I said that we should leave.
How did you find the fortress? May I ask?
I got voices.
Actually,
Who?
he is a contact that he gave up to the leaders, apparently. I don't know if it is a ruse or if
Oh, right.
it is...
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, if you didn't notice, they were gonna put a spear through my throat.
Not blaming you, I'm just saying it is a lot of information coming about very quickly on multiple sides.
Alright, then let's share.
What are you asking?
What did you tell them?
I don't know.
You don't know. What happened to you in there? You were gone for minutes, not even an hour. And they did something to you.
I don't know what happened to me in there.
I do.
Then
I'd
that
like
would
to
be a
make
good
an
time to
insight
talk.
check on Andrews to see if he's being honest about the dino.
You said Andrus looks stronger. I thought you mentioned last session.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
He did in the cell.
Okay.
22.
22.
Is Andrews being honest?
Persuasion or deception?
Seems believable. You understand that like there is definitely like some hostility
Mm.
in like the response,
Mm.
but it's not like an outright lie or anything like that.
I saw what happened, and I think it would be wise to travel to Highwall.
Yeah. Alman, was it right?
Alman.
Alman. How do you know the Tothu? How'd you get yourself in there?
I've been studying them. They're slave traders.
Yeah.
Trying to take them down. Learn everything I can about them. I'll tell you more about that when we get to Highwall.
Is Highwall not the weeks away from here?
We can do it in less.
A week. It's a lot of time for tensions to sit, no?
Common motivation, wanting to know more about a common enemy.
But we could just know now.
No, because we're in the forest. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but they're watching.
And how is that gonna stop? 'Cause if they're watching us, they're gonna watch us wherever we go. So we
No.
might as well know what's going on with them now rather than later when they find us.
Highwall is the most secure city in Alira.
Is that true?
Yes.
The people that I work for, they're very,
Who are they?
I'll tell you in Highwall.
Okay, so
Can I-
clearly there's something in Highwall that prevents them from watching us. So we're not going to get any answers out of him now, obviously. So we need to make a decision.
Only because I care for your safety.
I understand that.
That's nice.
It is.
But I don't know if I can trust you, Alman.
Well, then don't.
We don't know if we can trust you either, Levi. So let's all just make the unanimous
You
decision.
don't know if you can trust me? You know who
No.
got everyone out of there?
You know who
Alive?
got everyone in there in the first place?
Yeah, I remedied that by getting everyone out,
Mm.
including Andrews.
This is true.
And including me, so I have no reason to try and hurt you.
Yeah, I don't know that.
In his defense, you also have no reason to be withholding information, so that can be suspicious.
Me? Were you deaf for the last few minutes?
I-
I just told everyone why I'm not telling you here.
Okay, yeah, but it
Because
doesn't,
we're in a forest.
it doesn't take more than 2 minutes to say what's going on.
But what he's
Yes, it does.
implying he can say will compromise his safety or the safety of his organization.
And it does take more than 2 minutes. There's a lot of information I've found on these people.
We should just go.
Agree. Westdenn has the chance of having many eyes, but there should be eyes of common people, and not just the trees and the Tothu clan looking.
Alright. Well, where
To
is
Westdenn.
everybody?
Where's Zerna go?
Panning over. Zerna, as you walked into the forest, it wasn't too hard after a little bit to find Roland.
Okay.
You see him.
What you find is Roland slumped over like he was in the middle of taking a step forward and then just fell straight on his face.
Headphone.
Just
Okay.
flat on the ground. And the shards of his blade are just like stuck in all the trees around him. And his
Okay.
hilt in his hand laying on the ground.
So she's gonna be a little concerned, but not like. She's gonna just be like,
That's
Yeah, we get it. Everyone hates you.
well, she's not coming at it like that. She's just
No,
like,
no, I
She's like,
uh,
ting, ting,
you know,
somebody in there.
Tinhead, wake up!
she's just gonna like slowly walk up to him, while kind of like looking around to see if anyone did anything to him. And she's gonna be like, Roland.
That's
Hello." And she's gonna kind of like walk over and like.
Eventually he's gonna.
What happened?
rolls over.
Okay, well, I'm just going to say this once. You can hear me. We're leaving. So if you want to come, you can.
All the blade pieces like come to the sword hilt and like fall on the ground in his lap as he starts to like sit up.
But I'm just going to say this. If you don't come, you probably won't be missed. So. Okay. Perfect.
Lead the way.
Should I tell everyone you're coming or not?
As he starts to like stand up and like he's like hunched over, like looks like he didn't sleep at all.
He's low on souls.
You're very talkative today. Are you coming or not?
Lead the way.
I'm just gonna start walking back.
Alright. You follow?
Yeah, he's gonna fall behind her slowly.
You get back near the end of this conversation. Everyone's kind of, you hear, where is everyone? From someone, I think. Said
Okay.
that.
I'm just gonna say, like, found him.
Great.
Just
Awesome.
daggers from Ren. Daggers.
Is this literal there?
Yeah, just saving these.
Hello, Roland. Where have you been?
Killing our horses.
My friend.
You say that?
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold that thought.
Ren, what did you say?
I talked to Creed, the only horse left, because I cared about Oakley, and I wanted to know what happened.
Yeah.
So that peace of mind, I don't know. And that abomination killed our horses.
She's gonna just like slowly turn her head to look at you. You what?
Okay, so let me get this straight. You choose to leave the ring that sates your hunger, which we all told you not to leave. And then, oh my god, and then you sit here and you're telling me that you killed our horses? Because you got a little hungry. Maybe we should leave you behind. You are a liability.
As he just walks over to the horse that he took earlier. And says-
Raven's gonna like try to get to the horse before you and like keep the horse away from you.
Who is?
Ooh.
Ren.
She's just gonna be.
I'm gonna like try to
Glaring
keep just
at
the
your
horse
back.
at a distance and like walk him away.
She's gonna be slowly pulling her bow.
Oh, what are you gonna aim his leg again?
I'm gonna look at Almond. What direction did they
South. Southeast.
go? Try going.
If Ren's taking the horse that I was riding, I'll just go to the horse he rode.
I think the objective is to keep like the general shape of horses away from him until
The
there's
horse-
spoken
horses.
about.
The general horse populace.
Okay, then Ren's gonna stand
Well, I'm
between you
on-
and the horses.
I'm
and,
on one.
and you can do something about it if you want to.
I will walk right over him.
Alright.
I think that Ren could. He's not tall, but he can keep you from walking over him.
Make an athletics.
You may overpower him, but he'll make a scene out of it at
Roll
least.
to
Yeah.
step on your face, he will.
Do you want me to roll for anything or?
Athletics.
You want me to also roll athletics?
Just a contested one. These can go anywhere, you know.
23.
No, not in my favor.
He just walks and you kind of like go like this, and then he just hits you. You just fall
Aw.
back.
As soon as
You
he
kind of
does
you don't
that,
just
Yeah.
fall. You kind of like stumble
so
because
Ren
you
is
can't.
kind of just gonna be like, somebody better stop me or I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to
try to-
shoot him.
Grab onto his arm. And not to like.
When you say that, Levi just like makes a familiar hand gesture. Just don't.
Why should I listen to you?
You don't have to. But there are consequences to your actions.
There are consequences to his too.
I understand.
You can see her kind of like fighting with herself.
But
I'm gonna try to cast Hold Person.
I'm just
Enough!
like this.
I'm gonna be in the hills like on my horse.
While I grab his hand, I will try to cast it.
You're still gonna try to cast?
I imagine that happens simultaneously, but if he keeps moving at you yelling, if he doesn't stop when you yell enough, then yes, I'll try to cast Hold Person.
I'm just gonna try to grab people's attention.
Well, I stopped when you like grabbed on.
Okay, you did stop. Then I won't cast it. But
Well,
I was trying to
I'm
get
at the
attention.
ready.
Yeah.
Unless you all want to die here, I don't think you understood. But we almost died in that castle, the fort. We all fought for that. Lack of skill, lack of trust, lack of ambition. You all, including me, sadly, are at fault for this. Now, unless you put your sorry. I can't curse. I can't curse.
It was
Good control.
Put your things together. We're heading south. I'm gonna
Be
turn and go.
easier if I had my own horse.
Wise words.
At this, I'll kind of like shake his arm off and then.
I'll try to cast Toll Person then.
Oh my gosh!
I'm sorry.
All right. Wisdom saving throw.
Go with that.
Check your wisdom.
Zoranna's gonna look at Kieran and she's gonna be like, "Where's that been all this time?"
It's been everywhere. No, trust me. I heard a lot of that.
Dude, real question, actually.
23.
Yeah, it passes obviously.
It's just the magic kind of.
You're gonna see.
I'm
she
gonna start to
kinda has,
move
like
to intercept her.
it's not admiration, but it's like respect.
Alright, cool.
Like
If you didn't hear it, Levi moves in between you two.
Between us.
Yeah, as you're still going to the horses.
Where I'll saddle up and
Estrella
start
is
moving towards.
on a horse, but she'll kind of like trot over to Ren, like look down at her. We let the devil join us until we can make a proper decision.
Bren's like shuddering at this point, like shaking.
Do you have a horse?
I rode on a horse here. Yes.
We should get you on one.
Yeah, you had a horse.
Yeah.
I think everyone had
have
one
enough.
except
We have enough.
Andrews and I
you
were
guys were
on
sharing.
one together. So I would
Problem
make an effort
isn't
to put him
having a horse.
it's
having-
having my horse.
It's having a friend. Okay.
yeah, Zoranna's gonna be like, "Ren, are you okay to ride by yourself?"
Ren's just gonna quietly get on a horse and not say anything.
Okay. Zoranna's gonna jump on the horse with you.
Aww.
So
She's
is
gonna
there
sit
then
behind you.
an empty horse?
I'm gonna, yeah, she's
Yeah.
just gonna like tie up the horse that she had to. that
The
one,
nice
so
thing
it's
about horses
not
is that they walk in herds, so
That's
they
true.
won't wander off anyways.
there. She's just gonna make
That's
sure though,
horseback.
that you're.
The question,
And
they
they can
can
jump
s-
off.
jump.
And wall.
the question back to the session.
Yeah. ODM gear. You gotta do the ODM gear.
The ODM gear edit.
That's
I'm
crazy.
gonna
We'll just
go
learn a
to
horseback
Forcer
every session.
Over horse meat.
Yeah, I'm like 100 feet above, like ahead of him, because I didn't stop going.
No, I named all my horses horse meat.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's confusing.
Bro's like, horse
He was like,
meat
isn't horse meat
2.0.
dead?
Yeah, horse meat is horse meat.
Yeah, literally.
Fun
Have you
thing
ever
about
harvested
horse
horses?
meat is
Horse moat.
it's just what's inside the horse.
Horse meat.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
What's inside your horse here? Dean.
Pure
Gears.
radiant
Yeah.
damage.
Roland
was
wishes
thinking
he
about
could
it.
consume that
He's
horse.
thinking about what's inside the horse.
I'm
Just-
gonna
just
go
clockwork.
ride in the back.
What's your guys' marching order? Or
Dead ahead.
trotting order?
However
I'll be right
far I
behind
can
you.
be from Roland. Wherever that places me.
I'll probably be somewhere in the middle.
The front?
To be the front, then yeah.
Wait, are you going in the
front.
front?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then the back.
Well, yeah,
With
well-
Levi.
Okay, yeah.
Wherever Alman is, I'll keep
Yeah, he'll go with
by
next to.
him so
Yeah,
that
that's fine.
Andrews and him can be.
We're right in the
Buddy,
middle.
buddy. Right in the middle. All right.
Make the middle look good.
All right. Who's guiding you guys?
Back in the track.
Almon kind of tells you what direction to go in, kind of this southeast direction.
Have I been to that town before?
Westdenn?
Probably not.
Westdenn?
Nothing. I mean, yeah, no, probably.
It's like,
West
oh, let me remember
End.
the lore.
You might have passed through it,
Yeah.
but you haven't been there.
It's called
Is it-
Westden?
Is it
Westdenn.
West
As in
End.
WESTDENN.
Den. Is it one word?
Oh, I
So
thought
it's
it
two
said
N
West
then.
End.
Is it one
No.
word?
One word, Westdenn with two N's, which den is not normal.
It's just
Okay.
dyslexic.
Yeah.
Really? I
For
hadn't
those of you who don't know how to
noticed.
spell,
Hey,
Ooh.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Leading the way there.
we've all been there.
So my boyfriend.
West
Hmm.
End. We've all been there?
All right.
Hey, pour
Make
it off his
a
eye.
He's leading the way.
make a survival check. Don't pour it out because we don't have anything to pour out.
And we have electronics.
Would that be
You
the
have
gray
something to
realm
pour out.
technically?
Yes.
Survival, that is a 23.
Nice. You have no problem leading through the forest. And just so I'm, just so I know, are you guys traveling through the night and then just going
Yeah.
camping out next?
Would we try to
Honestly,
I might-
reset our clock?
I would suggest that once
Yeah.
once evening approaches,
Okay, so in like a few hours,
I'll suggest it. But yeah.
it gets kind of dark.
Oh,
As you guys are going pretty fast through the forest.
Would it be good to rest over the night so that we can get back on schedule?
Hey, he's talking to us. That's nice. I agree with that. Let's do that.
I think it's unwise, but do what you must.
Okay.
I'll keep first watch.
I'll also watch.
Are you guys setting up like a proper camp?
Proper enough. I mean, like
I
something to
can't
keep us
contribute
warm.
much, but if you guys are,
You can hammer the stakes in.
no, I can't. Oh, I thought you said hand me the sticks.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
nah.
Dude, you're good at hammering at this point. You.
He's like, bring me the tents. Just
She's
gonna hammer the
gonna-
stakes.
Set up her tent, but she's gonna let Ren stay in it.
Oh, little besties.
Shorty besties.
She's trying.
Helping out the
okay?
sensitive friend.
Yeah.
He's sensitive.
The angry,
Anyone doing-
pent up
Yeah.
friend.
You can see it's
Helping
like
out the short friend.
you can see it's like kind of not uncomfortable for her, but she's just like trying to be nice, but she doesn't really know how.
Honestly,
So
Ren
she's
would
just-
probably be like, "It's fine. I'm sleeping in the trees already."
No, she's
You
gonna be like,
lost
no,
it.
no, no, no. You're staying in here.
He doesn't have the energy to fight any of it. All right.
I'm gonna walk over to Almond. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna be asking some questions to that guy on my horse here tonight.
Alright.
Do you have any pointers?
Yes. You're not gonna like this.
I'm sure I'm not, but say it anyway.
You could always wait till we get to high wall,
Yeah. No, that's.
and then we could write down exactly.
Then we
what
could
he
write down
says.
what he says, right? Okay.
And
do you
no
know how
one
to
will
write?
Here.
Do you know how
Yes.
to write? Okay.
Difficult.
Well, here's my trouble with trusting what you have to say right now. Is we might not get a chance to ask this guy questions. You know, they might put a hit out on him. He dies. He takes the knowledge he does. Even if it's knowledge that they'll adapt to, it's knowledge that I will have gained. 'Cause clearly I don't have the library up there about the
You
Tothu.
should probably check for a poison tooth
Poison tooth?
in case he tries to kill himself.
I think he would have tried that, but you know what? I'll check his molars.
What if
See if
he's
he
being-
flosses.
What if he's being tracked, so he knows he doesn't have to?
We'll find out, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, I just thought I'd offer if you wanted to help interrogate.
Can I come?
Yeah, you can watch if you want.
At this point, what I'm gonna assume is as usual, as I expend 12 spell levels.
You guys, where are you doing this?
So I
Great
kind of
question.
imagine that I'm like kind of just like squatted over like next to the fire, and I'm just kind of like heating the metal a little bit
Dude, I
to
would've
just
buried
like
my hands.
try to like get a little malleable,
Yeah.
and then I'm just gonna.
Everyone at the campsite make a dexterity save.
That's real though.
My gosh.
And you don't have to. So just one.
26.
I'm taking full damage.
Me too.
I'm assuming I don't get to make a save.
No. 5.
6.
5.
Okay,
25.
fail this side.
25.
18.
26.
19.
That's like pass.
Pass this side.
Let's go! Now we know for sure.
You guys suck.
Let's go.
That's crazy.
At least our side doesn't kill horses.
That's
Yeah.
why.
Shut up.
A full
Shut
party
up.
split? That's insane.
That's rare. Put that.
Can I sit over there? 'Cause that'll explain some. I'm getting bad rolls over here.
It's the gravitational
But I have
pull.
Tim, so
That does make it over.
it does make up for it.
Wait, I promise I roll these dice. Wait, what am I doing?
Promise who?
All right. As you do this, you focus in as the metal kind of heats up, and you just cast a bunch of spell levels into your hands. And instead of launching you, seems like there's like this just pressure that kind of like, it seems like it almost takes all of it like perfectly, and then this pressure just like releases, and the fire just gets completely transformed as it just shoots out in every direction from your hands, from like this metal. As all of you four were pretty close to it and didn't react quick enough, you guys all take 26 fire damage.
That's over half my health.
Am I assuming you're in the tent?
Huh?
Yes.
Your
tent is now on fire.
Well, I would have been.
Tent.
I had intentions to talk to people, so I imagine I would have been out by the fire.
But the tents are going to be burned.
Okay. Ah.
All of you guys take half as much. 13. Okay.
13.
Ow.
What about
you?
My like guy on my horse further back? Is he fine?
The horses are all enough away from the site.
What about
all the horses die. Okay.
One goes, alright, might as well get the souls.
No.
That's not how it works. Oh, he could nick him and be the final blow.
No. Creed only has 13 hit points, guys.
It's crazy. Fortunately.
Oh. What the hell was that?
There is a cloud of smoke, and all of the stuff that you guys just set up, all of your tents, bedrolls, all that is on fire.
I'm gonna start.
Elementisms that like
start,
shaping water onto the fires.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're in the middle, covered in soot.
I kind of
hands
just like
still.
I just kind of imagine that like I've kind of got that like haggard, just like slumped stance. Like the clothes are like kind of like burnt a little bit. Like the hair is like getting like poofed a little bit. There's like singes in the braids, and just like this like just steam coming off of this like thing.
And it seems to be perfectly.
Oh come on.
Perfectly clean.
I don't anymore.
Nothing wrong.
Oh my god.
Perhaps you don't cast spells in the middle of camp?
That would have been a great thing to do, like, off the beaten trail.
You guys are all like serious burns.
Or was that loud?
Yeah.
Was it a very loud?
It went.
No, all of Mordor knows we're here.
Have you guys ever been like near a bonfire that got like a propane thrown into it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It's like a bomb.
Well, that was eventful.
Yeah. Are you guys all right? You're missing some feathers.
Vines.
Yeah, no.
Some feathers.
Okay.
What the hell?
Ow.
Is anyone gonna talk about this?
I'm in a lot of pain now.
Okay.
You know, you could cut off your hands.
You know, you could just stop talking.
Hey.
While I agree that Andrus was really stupid,
Andrus, don't do that again.
I won't. That was all I had.
give me a second. I can recuperate for
Appreciate
things.
that. Thanks.
No, Roland, I've considered it. I appreciate the perspective.
An animal can trap and gnaw off its own arm to be
I do
free.
not like being burnt.
Did we just wake up?
I'm gonna cast.
We weren't
heal
asleep, but
melee.
okay.
Oh, what are you doing?
Who are you?
I was gonna do Ren.
Okay.
Ren's
so
cooked.
that leaves.
Yeah.
Literally, you smell chicken.
I'll
Yeah, do you guys first.
I'll just lay on myself at almost full HP.
That saves me.
There's just like gnarly burns on everyone, but nothing like crazy for the foot.
Yeah.
No, you guys are still burned.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Like maybe an arm burnt a little bit.
Your aura got burned.
I'm gonna walk over to Andrus over the now like extinguished fire.
You can't use your HP.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk about what you want to do next time before you just do it? Save us a lot of trouble.
Oh, for sure.
Or throw yourself somewhere else. That way only you have to burn for what you're doing.
You see, as you're looking at him, his face is like, there's like burns that kind of just like.
What?
Okay. I was gonna ask if you wanted to be a part of interrogation, but I don't feel like asking you now. So I'm not.
That is a fair statement. Will you forcibly remove me from the proximity if I'm around?
You can find out.
Levi,
Yeah.
would you allow me the pleasure of joining you?
Dude. I'll let you kill him when I'm done talking to him.
Oh no, I wish to talk to him.
Okay. After I'm done asking my questions.
If I had a poison tooth, I would use it right now. I'd be like, ugh.
Just on a similar note, does anyone have any alcohol?
That stuff is nasty.
No, we do actually have complimentary breadsticks. But no alcohol.
Anyway, it's
Just sound
Oh,
good.
You get
We're gonna.
Off the table.
That's crazy.
Did you say anything?
She's yeah. Well, okay. So what she's gonna do? She's gonna kind of like take it out, open it, and like chug most of it.
Thank you.
And then she's just gonna be like, yeah.
How much is left?
Like a few drops.
Probably like an eighth.
Thank you.
Pack out the rest of the flames.
I won't forget that.
I would say that like also Andrews is like kind of just like begrudgingly trudging around, stomping on the flames.
Yeah.
And just like kicking dirt over them and stuff.
What were you wearing?
Not my armor.
Just like a tabard, or
Yeah.
not even tabard, like
It'd just be like garments.
It's like the top is like completely burned.
Cause aura.
Yeah, it's just kind of like folded over from the belt.
Levi's gonna start walking towards horse meat. Stop a little bit. Then turn back to walk back to Andrews. Hey. You wanna build a little bit of faith with me? That's a dumb question. Of course you do. I need to know more about them. And I have a feeling you know about them. So let's just do a trust exercise here before we begin this.
What's the trust exercise?
What is their sphere of influence? Is the Tothu clan originated in Olir or outside, further beyond?
Do I have that information?
No.
I would say that from my experience, it is primarily on the continent of Olira.
And you've only been where? Where have you been aside from Olir?
I haven't left the
Okay.
continent
That's
that I know of.
Do you know anything about their MO aside from slave trade?
You see like kind of like this look come over him of just like he's searching for the answer and he like it's like a look of recognition, understanding, but also like somewhat confusion.
Come on, buddy. I know you're searching for it. Spit it out.
The best word I could come up with is special operations. Could be a lot.
Yeah, no, that's a very vague term.
I've been aware of targeted killing.
Yeah, they do that.
Destabilizing of structures.
We just saw that back there.
Not physical.
Oh.
Like social or governmental.
Oh. Okay, okay.
But just a group of dangerous individuals.
Yeah. If you got your chance to ask this guy a question, what would you ask him? First question that comes to mind.
that is a personal and selfish conviction, not the useful one. Setting my own desires aside, I would likely try to ascertain where the contact point in Westdenn is, given that's where we're next going.
Okay. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, you would give a name of a contact somewhere on the coast, someone who's been researching the Tothu. Do you think they would have the ability
You're
to...
talking about the man that you talked about in the cell?
Hypothetically speaking.
I would
Yes.
try to speak back to the voice in your head and warn him.
Do you even talk back to those?
Most of the time, yes.
Wait, so I've been going like la 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 in your head this whole time?
Yes. I thought that was just your signature.
No, that's just what goes on in my head.
Well, if you have the ability to reach out to him, I would do so.
Let me try. I just got really lightheaded. I don't know what to say.
Here, drink some water.
I kind of gesture to your canteen.
No. I'm hydrated. Don't want to pee again. Come on. Watch this. Roland, you too. I'm gonna walk him out to just take a part of the forest.
I will also say this. If he says the wrong words, I likely will bash his face in, but nothing that is suppressing to your goals, just rude or derogatory things.
Okay, I can take that. So don't Roland if he tries to do
I'm not
anything.
talking about you, I'm talking
No,
about
no.
your
I'm
person.
saying Roland restrain Andrews,
Oh,
please.
very
If
well.
that happens. As I'm just kind of like holding this guy.
Yeah.
If you walk away, Estrella's gonna yell back at you. Don't let anyone get hurt.
I can't promise anything since fire is coming out of Andrews spontaneously.
If he dies, just bring him back. I could use the corpse.
I'm not gonna.
What?
First of all, if he dies, I'm
Most
bringing him
always
back.
okay.
Second of all, what?
Why would we bring him? Wait, I throw this guy onto the ground. I have so many.
Get along with this, please. Stressing me.
We have
Who's
two
talking?
people
Almond?
in this thing now wanting dead people. I'm a
Yeah,
little...
no. I get to ask my questions. I'll bring him back. Then we decide if we kill him. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Unexpected things happen. If he dies, just
Right.
he can have the soul. I just
Use
So you're
the
sharing
body.
the dead body?
I'm not sharing anything.
Back
No,
at this
not
point, I'm
you
gonna
then.
lean down as Roland and just like slice the side of his shoulder.
that's
Okay.
smart.
It's good intimidation.
Okay,
I like it. I
yeah.
like it. Yeah. Don't worry. We'll be back.
Let us
He's
know
still
what they say.
unconscious, right?
Real fast.
Yeah.
I didn't like knock him out, but I had him blindfolded, gagged, and restrained.
He's just like,
Jack, when they start walking away, I'm gonna like sneak behind them to watch.
okay, roll stealth check. All of the other people in the campsite will see you. leave.
While they're gone, I'm gonna try to talk to Estrella at some point. So
That's fine.
I'm gonna try to rebuild my tent.
It's burned.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to like get some cloth. You know,
Rebuild.
Try to, like, just
Rebuild.
Cloth from where?
He's like,
from like just other burnt tents.
dude, cast tent mending.
Oh, they're burned. They're
Oh,
ash.
they're all gone. Like just
Yeah.
Eviscerate.
They would
Then
disintegrate.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna work on building a shelter then.
Okay.
I got a 29.
29.
Levi can't see.
Nice. Alright. Go to somewhere thicker in the forest.
Yeah, just
plop him on the ground.
Plop him on the ground.
in the
I'm gonna
bag.
remove his gag.
What do you want with me?
What?
What do you want with me?
What?
Is he still blindfolded?
He is.
Probably.
I'm sorry, I'm messing with you. Hey, do you know my name?
Trolling the prisoner.
No. Don't know who you are.
Do you want to know who I am?
No.
That's a good answer. I want to know who you are, though. So, let's start with that name.
Name's Arnold.
Arnold. It's a nice name. So, how long have you been employed at this Tothu establishment?
6 years.
Okay. Any prior background experience in, evil things, enslaving people, torturing?
I don't do evil stuff.
You don't do evil stuff. No, you just work with the evil people to do evil stuff.
I don't work with any evil people.
Sounds
Who's
like
evil?
sounds like a contradiction. 'Cause
Who's evil that I work for?
You work. Well, you were
Who do
in.
you work for?
I don't know who I work for. I'm gonna be so honest.
You probably work for evil people.
Maybe, but that's beside the point. I'm asking questions. Shut up.
I don't work for any evil people.
You were in a building with evil.
Yes.
Were you
Okay.
affiliated with those evil people in any way? You had their armor on.
When was I in a building with evil people?
Are you being intentionally dense with me right now?
No.
Insight check. 19.
Seems to be being honest.
Oh.
Maybe.
Wait.
I'm honestly gonna
I'll be right back. And I'm gonna walk out of your shot.
ask him a question.
What are you gonna ask him?
You're not really asking me anything.
No. But I'm like, it's a process. Trust me.
I ask some real questions.
No. I'm
gonna
not
force him.
I'm wondering if I hit him
to
too
be
hard in the
honest.
head to remember
to
anything.
ask my questions.
Oh, you have a way to make him honest?
No, but watch his expressions.
Okay.
Just trust me, and we might get some information out of it.
Almond, if this is
Alman.
Am I not saying it wrong?
Alman.
Almond.
Alman.
Almond.
Think of all people
All.
and think of man.
As in money.
Sure.
Money.
All man.
Almond. Ask you a question. I'll get your name right.
So walk back over.
I'll walk up with him. I'll watch his hands.
Gonna kind of. Does the name the Crow mean anything to you?
Check the expression. What check would I be making? Like
We'll just keep your insight check.
Gotcha. Yeah.
No. Does the name the Owl mean anything to you? No. Not a thing. Does the name the Vulture mean anything? Nope. Nothing's coming to mind. Any birds coming to mind?
Wait a second. Say that first one again.
Okay. The Crow.
I got
Is something.
Reading this guy's face when he
He's just
responds.
listening and then. No.
Okay.
Say it one more time.
No, don't.
The Crow. You think of something?
I'm just gonna pull all men away. Okay. Are you like into birds?
No.
What
These
are
are common
these?
threads
These are common threats.
with the letters.
Sorry, I'm not good with letters. Cow. COW.
What?
What are you building like a code to him? Like what's? I don't know what you're
He's gonna
talking
grab
about.
your face.
Don't grab me, dude. I'll break your arm again.
Is something wrong with you?
No. What are you talking?
Cow? That's not a bird.
I know. I was using the letters. COW. Crow. Owl. Vulture.
Vulture?
Yeah.
It's a V. Not a W. That'd be calf. There's no such thing as a calf.
Then what are you trying to? Okay, what are you trying to do then?
I'm asking him about
Birds.
the birds.
I know a crow. I've
Do
seen
you?
owls.
But do you know someone that goes by the code name?
Oh, you could have just said
Codename.
code names, dude. No, I don't know any code names.
The problem is he doesn't seem to either.
So you think what? He's just been in the dark about all this?
Me personally, the crows. Very convincing.
Convincing to what?
Importance.
Okay.
That doesn't help us at all.
Okay. Do you think this guy is being like, is like kept in
I
the
think
dark?
he's stupid.
No.
I
But
think
like,
he's
but do you think he's
mentally
like?
ill.
Do you think he's
I can
like
get
stupid?
information out of
Mad?
it
No,
as
no,
I
no,
start to
no,
walk
no,
towards
wait, no.
him.
I grabbed Roland's like, hey, I'm still not done with my questions.
Oh, I can
Alright.
ask the questions faster.
Oh,
I think he
no.
might
It's
not
not about
know.
speed. It's about intention.
I don't think he knows.
Okay.
Oh, trust me.
Do you
I have
think?
an intention.
No. Roll. Just one last thing. Before we go back to him. Do you think he was like dumbed down magically?
I
Like
don't think magic can help what he has.
no. Like, do you think he was? You would think he was a more like realized version of himself?
I don't think he realizes anything.
Okay, well, this is the bad. If he's been brainwashed into believing that the Tothu are just like they sell candy, you know, to homeless people, like
They sell it. That's terrible. They don't give it. They sell it.
That is evil.
$5 for Smarties.
You better buy.
It's like, are you homeless? You want to buy this for $40?
I know you got it.
While
I see you keep around there.
while this like huddle is happening with these three over here, I'd like to kind of like step over to like where this guy is blindfolded, just kind of like lean down next to his ear.
Just kind of trying to listen for the guys talking.
Does the name Malgor mean anything to you?
And I'm trying to say this in a hushed tone.
Malgor?
Huh? I like hit it
Roland,
with
stop him from smashing his face in.
I'll walk over and grab Andrews by the shoulder and just like kind of throw him onto the ground.
Hey, I'm crouched. That's fine.
Oh, what'd you do that?
What'd you say just now?
Don't hit me.
I won't. Buddy. To be honest, yeah, go ahead. I won't hit you, bro.
I don't want to say.
No. Dude, it's okay. This is like an open space. Everything's welcome. There's no bad idea.
I kind of want to just make a sound of like.
As
I just
he
like kind of
shoved
like
him in the bag of holding like 5 times.
make a sound of just.
Hey, shut up.
I said Steven.
No, you didn't, bro. Dude, I can
At
tell
this
you.
point, I'll pull off his blindfold.
No. Hey,
Levi's
buddy.
regretting taking anyone.
Look
Hey.
into my eyes.
Don't.
Just
Hey,
like
I'm gonna
red,
interpose.
so-
Hey.
You're evil.
No.
You work for evil people. I knew it.
I don't work for him. He works for me. It's different.
You're evil.
I'm not evil, dude.
But you just said if I affiliated or was in the same room as evil people,
No.
then I was.
But you don't seem to know about
You
these
need to
evil people,
answer the
right?
question.
You don't seem to know that the Tothu people do evil things. Because you work alongside the Tothu clan. A
I
member.
was guarding something important. I can't tell you that.
Wow, dude. See, professionalism. That's good sign.
I think we should break his fingers.
I don't think we should do.
They trained me for this. Do what you must.
Trust me, friend.
Arnold.
They did not train me.
Don't.
Have you ever had your soul slowly ripped from your body?
I'm gonna walk away over towards camp while this like little interaction's going on. Try to find Ren.
Okay. No. He's not gonna take your soul yet. But Arnold, my name's Levi. That's cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we know each other's names. So
Autistic dude.
if you found out like the people you work for are bad people, wouldn't that like stop you from holding any sort of loyalty or contract that you sign like towards them? Unless it's
Probably.
Well, is there like an immediate consequence to you aside from bad
Probably.
faith and
Arnold, I'm a very evil man and I work for your boss.
That's true.
What's my boss's name?
Bill.
Roll a
Nice
d20.
one.
That's the code name.
No.
I bet.
Like birds
But you didn't know about
apples.
any of the other code names about the other people.
It's your boss's boss.
What's my boss's name?
Bill. That's what I'm saying.
He wasn't talking about your boss, but the guy above. It's like an abbreviation. Something like, I don't know, CEO or something. It's like BILL. Bill.
Yeah, it stands for
Big.
big, intimidating, large, Leviathan. Because he's evil,
This is painful.
Yeah.
This is wonderful.
just like me. Evil.
Red.
Serena's hiding, just like
Try. Do I pass by you or are you hidden?
She's hidden.
I'm
Okay.
hidden.
Kind
Real
of
quick, you wanted to talk to Sarah about
did.
something earlier about. Let's do that first.
We're gonna lock in after that.
I know, that was
Hey,
insane.
toss him out there.
The vibe's about to change. Sorry.
So
You ready?
Alright, lock it in.
All right. Estrella, I had a question. When we first met, I asked why it was okay to kill certain people, and you told me that it was okay because they were bad people. Why is everybody defending the bad person with us, and why aren't we killing him?
Because, Ren, things get complicated and people get attached. It is hard for people to travel with someone or something.
I was attached to Oakley.
I was attached to my horse as well. It's a complicated issue, and we unfortunately are not the ones that hold all of the decision making. And other people have different opinions. I agree with you. I don't think Roland should be with us. But unfortunately, some people choose to overlook these things for the sake of their connections.
And Red's gonna look up to you. And for maybe the first time you've seen it when he's not casting magic, the like vines on his arm start to like move and almost like constrict, and even like on his face, almost expanding it a little bit. He's gonna look up to you and go, "What's stopping us from taking matters into our own hands?"
Well, in the sense that really nothing is stopping us, but we do care about the rest of the people here, do we not?
Yeah, wouldn't it be helping them to take care of the person that attacks party members and kills their horses and does seemingly everything they can to stop us, it would look like?
Yes, but here's the thing that you learn when you travel with people is that people are not black and white. They're very, very complicated. And when some people have attachments, even if it's bad for them, they don't want to let go. And forcing them to let go is only going to hurt everyone in the process. You can only help people who want to help themselves. And sometimes you have to be with them through the hurt. And you have to be there when they're ready to let go of it.
So are you saying that if you are with a person and you're friends with them, even if they cause you pain and they hurt you and you hurt those around you, you have a responsibility not to do anything about it?
No. If someone is hurting you, then you don't have to stand by them. And I will do everything I can to make sure that Roland does not hurt you again. You don't have to be anywhere near him. But we cannot make decisions for the rest of the people. I will advocate for keeping him away from us and everything we care about. But Levi seems to be attached to him, and I don't know Andres' stance, but he seems neutral, and while that is concerning, I can't make the decision for them.
I
And
think Levi is a casualty of circumstances. They just showed up together. I don't think he actually cares about him.
let's hope.
I'll tell you this, and you can do whatever you want with this information, but if Roland threatens me again or kills our horses or anything of that nature, I'm not saying
it will do anything, but I'm gonna do everything I can to return him to the grave.
She's gonna like, she's kind of like crouched by the fire, but she's gonna fully get on your level
Mm-hmm.
and like look you. If Roland threatens anything I or anyone else in this party cares about, I'm going to make sure that he doesn't ever get the chance again.
Very well. It's just kind of turns and stares into the fire.
So how's that shelter me and Dean?
Now we're working, dude.
You are.
You guys can keep cooking. Anders?
Ren,
Yes.
I had a question for you.
Yeah. As you're talking to him, the vines are like recessing a little bit back from his face.
Remember the oak leaf?
Yeah.
You think you can do something like that again?
Sure. I don't see why not.
Can you keep a cool head in the process?
As long as certain members keep their cool.
That is a fair request. Come.
Alright.
So we know each other's names. That's like a level of trust now, right? Like, do you feel like you can trust me a little bit more now?
Is he still tied up?
Yeah.
Tied up?
You're right. Forgot about that. You go ahead and cut him loose. Just standing.
Stand
I stand. I make sure I'm like within 5 feet of him. Just standing. Yeah. Feel better, right?
Yeah.
Stretch. Get loose.
Feel good?
Yeah. But the people you do work for, like, I'm being honest, they're bad people. I wouldn't lie to you.
I'll stop working for them.
Thanks, dude.
But how do I know you're telling the truth?
Ask me a deep question about myself, and I'll be completely honest.
Have you ever worked for evil people?
Yeah.
How'd you leave?
I found out they were bad and left.
How'd you do it?
Weren't
Weren't you afraid of them tracking you down? Fine.
Yeah, I faked my death.
Can you fake my death?
Yeah.
How do I know they're actually evil?
Well, I don't know if you can tell how honest I am. Do you have a good idea about reading people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes you make bad decisions in the past, but it's never too late to remedy them, I don't think.
You seemed honest, but they seemed honest.
Right. Hindsight's crazy, though, you know, like, changes everything.
And they still seemed honest.
Yeah, but maybe that's because they were casting spells on you or something, dude.
I don't know, you're not
We
casting
would
spells.
never cast spells on you.
Hey.
Hey,
I trust you.
thanks. Hey, guys, this is Arnold.
Arnold.
Hey, Arnold.
As he said,
Somebody
anything
cut
helpful?
Somebody cut his shoulder. Very unfortunate.
That's terrible.
Gosh.
So, has he told us what we needed to know?
It's all you know, right?
Yeah.
You being
Inside
100% with me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to make another one.
11.
Another 19.
He seems honest.
Alright. You want to come with us? The Westdenn? We'll see if we can fake your death in front of a public group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arnold, how
Sure.
did everybody get out of there?
Get out of where?
Well, there was a fort, and there were a lot of guards, it seemed like, people there. And when we came in to get our friends, it seemed like everybody was gone. What happened?
I don't know, someone hit me with some crackling red bolt of lightning, and then I fell
Sounds
through
horrible.
I fell through the trap door to try and get away, and felt like I was about to die when I was sitting there, and then eventually the ground started to shake, and then he came and saved me.
Yeah.
Did the people who you worked for tell you any contingency plan on what to do if things went south while you worked there?
This guy doesn't know much about this.
I'm sure he knows more than...
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what'd they say?
Try and kill anyone that intruded.
Yeah. That's good. Right?
Keep your mouth closed about anything.
So, just so we're on the same page, because I'm new here. I just got here.
This is Ren, by the way.
I'm Ren. Nice to meet you.
What are
I'm
you?
gonna reach out to shake his hand.
Don't trust him.
He's the crow.
Isn't that bad?
No. It was a joke.
Just so I'm on the same page.
He doesn't
'cause-
shake your hand.
Okay, that's fine. So do you know the name of your boss and you just don't want to say? Like, how did you get this job? It
I
seems
really
like a
can't
very.
say. I was working.
I think you can. I'm gonna try to cast Charm Person.
Oh, okay. What is that?
DC
Save
15 Wisdom.
No, I really don't think I can.
I think you can. I'm gonna try again.
I really don't. Think
I've got 4 spell slots. I'm gonna try 4 times.
my god!
Is there? What's the visuals for this?
Ren's just like getting closer and like locking eye contact, and just like
Is there
leaning.
somatic components?
Yeah, there is. It's
What are your somatic components?
verbal and somatic. He would have his hand just like on the on his staff, I guess, which is like laced to his hip, and just like holding that, and like vines at the end of the staff would kind of root and work its way down.
Is charm person the one where you know that you're being charmed?
Yeah.
Can I make a statement real quick?
Yeah.
If I see that the first one goes down, this is something I just thought in my head because I realized that my spells don't work, but I'm curious about my class features. I would kind of like see that like his attempt to kind of like goes off of him, and in that moment there would be kind of like I'd squint at him, and like what does your like actual effective magic look like a little bit?
Yeah.
If it has a visual.
If I wouldn't say it has a visual on him, but you could just see like on the staff there are roots, and like the more he tries, they just continue to like grow down the staff, and his hands is like growing roots into it.
What I would say, unless it doesn't work.
Real quick, after the first one, because I forgot that charm person was, you knew that they were trying to cast a spell.
I'm trying to make this after the first one as a statement, just
like a reaction to the first one.
Yeah, just because I kind of didn't think about this because I thought nothing.
What are you trying to do?
I'm using a class feature to make him re-roll his saving throw.
Okay. He passed the second one.
Oh, so you just keep the
I mean,
one. Okay.
Real quick.
Right,
So to keep things in order,
Yeah.
you tried to cast it,
Yeah.
and then you tried to have him re-roll.
Mm-hmm.
He passed 2.
Yeah.
Is that fine?
Yeah. So I'll just
Sure.
take the spell slot back
Just
I
as-
used for the second attempt.
Just as kind of like what that looks
What
like.
does that look like with your hands?
Yeah, so like I kind of like squint and look at him, and the conversation they have they both kind of, and they just repeat the conversation.
That's funny. So that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
Am I aware?
After that?
Yeah. I don't know, DM, is he aware of that?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Everyone can kind of see that except for, everyone can kind of see that, but it's hard for you to tell because you're the one being affected by it.
I'm just
After you do that first, he kind of turns over. Oh, you said you weren't casting spells.
You're not talking to him. You're talking to me.
Hey, Ren, buddy.
I don't trust him.
Cool. You don't have to trust
You
him.
shouldn't.
You're one to
Do you
talk.
mind if
I don't trust him.
Oh yeah.
You shouldn't.
That's.
And I definitely don't
it's,
trust
it's a
him.
good
You
idea to
definitely
try not to
shouldn't.
trust too many people. You know, you end up getting hurt because of it. But that's fine.
Do you want answers or not?
I have all the answers I need, Ren.
What do you have?
As much as I could get. All right. So why don't you back off?
Are you guys satisfied with the answers you've gotten? Because he came and said you guys didn't.
Yeah. I'm sure, but he left at the very integral part of our conversation. Are they evil?
Yeah.
Very.
Evil's a spectrum, but they're not on the bad side of it.
They could.
Hey, one last thing. Did you have any like dental work done as a part of the job? Like anything, like I get a filling.
Dental.
Or you got any fillings, like silver?
Any fillings?
Yeah, like for your teeth, like replacements. Like you lost one and then
Replacements for my teeth?
yeah.
I didn't even know you could do that. Because you're missing like teeth.
I have a question for you. When you were a guard, did you see a small gnome fall out of the sky and try to shoot you with a bow?
No. She's kind of gonna like accidentally like say it, but like stop herself.
Did you guys hear that?
It's haunting us. It's here
Let me
somewhere.
think.
Oh, that's crazy.
When like Any time that I was a guard?
Yeah.
Fall upside down, try to shoot you with a bow. Does that ring?
Say that again.
It happens
Fall
more
upside
often than
down.
you think.
I think something like that happened, but then I got hit with. It was all a blur after I hit my
Yeah.
head.
The red lightning. It hit me too.
The red light. How'd you know about that?
It hit me too.
I trust him.
Yeah. See? A close circle, man.
It hit me
Gets you
so
places.
intensely, my eyes changed. As they kind of like red, like glowing mist kind of fade out.
Are my eyes like that?
No, you're good. You didn't get hit as
Some-
hard. You got hit pretty
sometimes.
hard.
Not yet.
This guy's so
I
colorful.
want to
dude.
cast Haunter John so bad. I can't.
Here, come back to camp. I'll introduce you to everybody else.
Are they gonna be there?
Yeah, but if you ask them nicely, they'll leave you alone. I'm sure they will.
Are you tying him back up?
No,
Is he armed?
no, he doesn't have any weapons on
Have
him.
you checked?
I did.
Also, he's aware that he's like been stripped, right?
Yeah, he's just wearing the gray kind of like shirt and skirt right now.
That's not a good idea, Levi.
Typically, we don't tie up our friends.
Yeah, Crow.
Shut it.
Oh my lord.
Evil crow.
Hey, Roland, you want to walk him back to camp? Ren, you want to have a conversation, buddy?
Not really, but I don't think I have a choice.
Well, everyone has a
As I
choice.
start kind of like put my hand on his shoulder and start leading him back to camp.
I was leaving a big kid slot.
Literally, he's like, I gotta freshen up that nick real quick.
That's crazy.
Are you sticking
I'm
around?
here.
Almon's just like standing there like.
I'm not
What the
crazy,
Strange,
hell
right?
right?
just
Almond.
happened?
Strange.
With like perfect pronunciation. Almond, I'm not crazy, right?
Almond. That was weird, right?
Yeah, that was weird.
Which
I don't
part?
Know, I don't know why that was like that.
I thought we wanted answers from him, and
He doesn't have any.
Well,
okay, but he's gonna eat him probably.
He's not gonna eat him
What I'll do
tonight.
is when we get back to Highwall, I'll just cast a spell on him.
See
Okay,
if
so
there's
why don't
anything
we,
fucked or-
like-
I don't have my spell book.
Tie him up because
Why would we do that?
he clearly has information he's not telling us.
Yeah, he might not be aware of that information.
No, he is. He just
Ren,
said
can
he
you
would
remember everything you've ever done in your
I
life?
can't remember anything.
Exactly.
I'm the exception, not the
You're
bar.
not the exception.
I'm just saying he clearly knows the name of his boss and isn't telling us because he
Yeah,
doesn't
out of
trust us.
fear, for several reasons.
Or fear of his boss that
could kill him. Yeah, because he says his name.
Okay.
Maybe there's something magical going on. Ren, you don't know everything.
How do you know he's not a fanatic?
I don't know if you guys are fanatics or
Hedge
not.
your bets and tie him up.
Wow, okay. I don't tie you guys up every night, but I
Yeah,
have faith
I
that you
don't-
guys won't kill me in my sleep.
You have a low bar for tying people up. I'm gonna
If
be
I
honest.
may,
High bar.
I believe the reason why Ren is confused about your actions is because not 12 hours ago we were fighting, or you were fighting, I should say, and I assume he was on.
And
the
you were
other
sitting,
end.
right?
Oh,
No,
I-
you were rather hanging, right?
Yeah,
No, that was Almond.
Yeah, I was sitting.
Yeah.
But it just seems that you quickly allowed people to remedy the past, which is not necessarily wrong.
Not a
but
bad
It
trade.
is in this
I
circumstance.
did not say
yeah.
it was.
No, yeah.
But what I am saying is the connotation of his relationship was a hostage for interrogation or a prisoner for interrogation. And did we get any information that was useful?
No. So then he's not a hostage.
One bit
anymore.
of information.
But then why would we
Why
then
would you
give
stop
him? Why would we reward him for not giving us information?
Because he doesn't have anything.
You
And
don't know that. People
I know
lie.
I don't know that.
If I
We can't get anything
was-
out of him now.
If I was evil, like say Roland or something, and I tried to get information out of you, would you give me that information, or would you try to lie and say
Hold on.
you don't know anything?
Hold on. Before we argue about this till the sun goes down, which it already is, does anyone have a vial?
A vial?
Little glass bottle?
Yeah, I know what they are. Why do you need one?
Snarky.
Little glass bottle.
You want a bottle of water?
Why do you need one, Almond?
Maybe we can take some of his blood, and then we can track him if we need to, in case he is bad.
Or
Then we can
we
cover
could-
our bases.
Or we could just tie him up and he won't run away. And if
Or
he's
if we
really
tie him up, then he'll never trust us because
Exactly.
we've treated him
man.
poorly.
You gotta think these things through, right?
I am
Wait,
thinking
wait.
this through. I think you're not.
Hold on.
Hmm.
Let's take it to a
Where
vote.
did you guys find this guy?
No.
He was
You don't
one
have
of the
any stake
guards
with this
in
dude.
the complex
And
that
you
was
do?
holding you
Yeah.
prisoner, and he's wearing
I have just as much
Tothu's
stake as the rest
enforcer
of us.
gear.
Wait, what was that last part you said?
And he was wearing affiliated
Yeah.
equipment.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna put us all at risk, it might as well be a vote. If I'm outvoted, so be it. I'll stay up through the night. I don't care. But everyone should be a part of this decision, not just because on a whim you decide to trust him.
I don't trust him. He's unarmed and he's easily killable.
He could be a spellcaster. You don't know.
I know the look of a spellcaster. That dude doesn't have enough going on his
Maybe
brain
I don't
to
trust
be a
your judgment.
spellcaster. Okay, that's fair.
So put it to a vote.
Or we could just test my judgment and sleep out through the night, and then you can wake up and trust me more. Yeah.
Andrews, did you see him in the prison cell though?
What?
Perhaps some of them are inside
Oh, I killed an innocent dude. That's
doing
for sure.
business, and some of them are outside guarding, and they don't know what they're guarding. I don't think that's what's going on, but
I don't
Perhaps.
disagree with that. I'm not saying he necessarily has the information. What I'm saying is if you just take the general practice of criminality, one would say that if you are charged with a crime, even if you were doing that for a good reason, you would be put in jail, no?
Yeah, but
Are
I don't
we
think
jail?
he.
Well,
I don't
no.
think. I don't think
I've
he
committed
knows
crimes to
he's
figure out
committed
things about the
crimes.
Tothu.
Right.
I think we should bring this conversation to
I don't
camp
think.
with the
I don't
rest
think he's
of
at
us.
the level of knowing he was an accomplice to these
Right,
things.
but he still shot of somebody, no?
He didn't shoot anybody. He got hit and knocked out.
Okay.
He did nothing wrong.
I'm gonna. This is not me. This is not Zorana talking. This is me talking. He shot me.
Yeah, he shot.
Silas knows that.
Like-
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Levi knows that too.
That's why you.
anyways.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I understand the sentiment of wanting to garner his trust, but I also think that this is very reasonable for one to be worried that someone who is just not 12 to 16 hours ago trying to kill them is just allowed to have the freedom of movement. And
He's was defending himself for all he knows.
most people are.
Yeah. So why? I just don't understand your.
Your
logic
recklessness isn't a defense for him. We
Okay.
shouldn't just.
here. Yeah, it isn't. My logic is.
We should put this up and let
I'll
everyone
answer.
decide.
And I guess I'm also gonna leave after.
He's gonna
saying
go
that.
to leave as you leave. This is awkward. I'm just gonna walk with you.
I'm gonna try to sneak back without anybody
that's fine.
noticing.
You can keep your stealth check. It was pretty good. You're fine.
If it goes bad,
Alright, were you guys doing anything
Say out
special
into
with
the
the tent making or the
Shelter.
making? In 30 minutes.
just 30 minutes, just trying to get something to stop the rain.
Something crude.
I have an axe.
Alright, so just some like
Use
some
an
like
axe, I have a magical sword,
Yeah.
you know. Like,
the rain's like dying down, but there's still tons of drippage from the trees.
yeah. We're
So
trying
you
to
guys
stop
can,
that.
yeah, you guys are kind of making a. You remade the fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, not
And
bad.
I'll use
It's-
elementism until I kind of dry up for it.
Okay. You have to kind of squeeze in if you all want it to be in.
As
shelter,
I-
but-
As I approach the
I'm
camp,
taking priority.
Arnold, I want you to meet someone very important to me. Dwarf.
Well, as he walks up, other people aren't behind him, right? It's just them two
Just
for now.
them two right now.
As they walk up, Estrella's gonna stand up at the fire,
That was a bad idea.
and she's gonna look straight at Roland and be like, "First of all, where's everyone else?
Don't trust them.
Second of all, Levi knocks this guy out and says he's going to interrogate him, and then you come in with him unbound.
That wasn't Levi.
So
That
first
was
of
the
all,
bird.
you kill our horses. You go
I
probably
didn't
kill
kill
some
the
random
horses.
people on the road, and then you bring in this random hostage that we don't even know. Like, who is this person? And where are the rest of the people? Did you kill them? Did you eat their souls? What happened? Where's Andrus? Where's Ren?
She mentally ill.
Very.
She's gonna look straight at him.
I'm guessing you're like yelling this out at him because like
Ish.
as he's approaching,
Yeah.
you're kind of at the campsite.
Okay,
I mean, you might be able to hear that or read his lips.
I'm not gonna try.
Can't read Roland's lips.
That's real.
She's gonna sit there and wait for a response. Where is everyone else?
They're back there.
Oh, okay, so he didn't kill them.
Nope.
Great. I would have actually ended his life right then and there. But he lives to see another day.
Trust me. You do not want to mess with her. She's crazy. He like whispers.
Bro's gaslighting this
You walk forward.
Bro's gaslighting.
He's gonna kind of use you as like a human shield. He kind of just walks.
Dwarf, come here.
Hello, Roland. Who is this?
My good friend, Arnold.
Hello, Arnold. Pleasure to meet you. Corentin Austrak of the Arrowhead Mountains.
Grace in the
Dagger
background.
of the Sword of Progress.
Good to meet you.
You too. What brought this about?
Corey,
Are you talking
Yes.
loud enough for everyone to be clear?
Yes.
Okay.
do you, either of you, have an extra weapon in case I get attacked by one of these crazy?
She's gonna yell back, absolutely not! Do not give this man a weapon! Levi had him held for hostage!
I do.
He is not to be
I kind
trusted!
of like pull back my cloak to reveal a rusty
not.
dagger.
No.
Tennis ladder.
You're gonna crash, period.
Before I go to sleep, maybe just slip that to me, just in case.
Also, you said this was pretty cramped, right?
Pretty cramped.
Yeah,
Like,
to keep
the
good
shelter's
shelter,
pretty
yeah.
cramped.
They're outside of the shelter.
Yeah.
Right.
Fireball!
Yeah, they're outside of the
Yeah.
place for sleeping.
And that's how you do it, Andrus. Outside.
This dwarf is a great dwarf.
Bro's just glazing him.
Well, thank you.
He looks it.
Trust me, he is it.
He is it. Or it is
Very great.
What great things has he done?
Remember when the red lightning cracked across the sky? The dwarf took most of the hit without even a scar.
This man is trying to take a course in gaslighting.
Who started a religion around me, dude?
Can we just kind of grab your shoulder? Impressive.
It changed the color of my eyes. It only made his muscles grow stronger.
the vein.
Is Cordy just taking this? Yeah!
Like,
Incredible.
red lightning?
He doesn't even remember the strength.
I didn't at all. I remember it like it was the end of my life. Just another beast stick. Incredible. You're right. This is a great dwarf.
Oh my god.
Very great.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I hope you're not evil.
Evil? Gods, no! By Kozak, who'd you take me for?
Like, Kozak.
Apparently, I was working for evil men.
Mm,
Oh.
like that one. As I point over to her over my shoulder, like kind of hiding my thumb. I bring like my hand up to the empty mask.
Oh my gosh.
About this time, those of you, I guess Almon and
Mm-hmm.
were you guys, you two walking back?
Yeah, they.
You guys kind of start staggering back. Almon just kind of. I think everyone should go to sleep and we should leave early.
We should sleep with,
Are we not gonna
Arnold?
talk about this?
That. What are you pointing to?
the hostage.
To Arnold, he has a name.
Okay, did you let him free? Is that your doing?
Yes.
Okay, we didn't agree to that.
Okay.
Okay.
You weren't there to make the decision.
Yeah, you went off in secret.
You were the only one who made the decision, so
I understand, because as far as I'm aware, I'm the only one who has stake in this aside from our good friend
No.
Almond.
Oh, okay.
You guys don't have to fight. You can tie me up.
Also,
Thank you.
He's
Just, like,
asking
tie
for
my
a
legs.
weapon.
I'm gonna move to tie his legs and hands.
To it somewhere comfortable.
I will say Levi, he's already asking for a weapon.
Okay.
So,
What's wrong with
I
that?
just don't want to die.
What's
She
wrong with
threat.
that? I don't. First of all, I didn't threaten you. I threatened that.
She.
As long as you don't do anything weird, I won't kill you.
Arnold and I are like brothers. Killing one of us would be
Do you have a brother?
like
I-
killing both.
Isn't your brother like 50 million
I
years
wouldn't
dead?
say that.
Red's gonna like take his hands behind his back and go to start tying it.
Whoa! I said legs.
and I said hands.
Hell no.
You're a prisoner.
Listen, knees and toes. Who cares?
Zoran is gonna be like, since when did Levi have control over all the prisoners we have?
That is a good point.
Why do you do that?
I say we put it to a vote.
Yes, you do.
Win.
I
To
don't.
be fair,
Saul?
you did snatch Saul away from us.
Prisoner
And now
is a very
Arnold?
strong term.
Okay, I
Roland,
want to
stop
get to
trying
know
to gaslight
people.
this man.
Fine.
You
Geez,
can-
some people are more
What does
pleasant than all of
gaslight
you guys.
Listen,
all right?
It means
Forgive
any
me
bad
for seeking out
things.
some
It
more
means
pleasant
Roland's a bad
company.
man.
anything that has to do with prisoners that we have is an entire party decision.
Yes.
Yes.
And you made that one without everybody. That's not okay.
Do you guys want to tie him up?
Yes.
Buddy, do you mind getting tied up?
You tie my legs so I don't go anywhere.
And then you can use your hands to untie your legs. You're right.
Not
He
if
isn't
we
that
like
right.
tuck him in real tight, then he can't move his arms.
We tie his arms behind his back and tie his legs. Like any other prisoner that we were in combat with not 12 hours ago.
Okay. Arnold.
Combat.
You
Roland,
wait,
you are the
wait,
instigator
wait,
of
wait,
that
wait,
fight.
wait. If you two were getting attacked by that red lightning, then why are you saying that we were in combat? I don't
Hold
remember
on.
you.
Who told you that?
You.
He's the red lightning!
Here's the
You.
thing.
Moron!
I'm gonna call
I'm
you
gonna
into
knock
the
him
shelter.
out.
Call who?
Creed.
The shelter barely has enough room for all of us.
And I'm gonna tie him up.
You guys are arguing. I'm trying to go to sleep.
I'm gonna double check your knots.
Yeah. Why? I was working so hard to get him to trust us, and you just threw that all away.
Well, that
There are
was fun
spells
while it
for that.
lasted. Should I kill him now?
No, it's
No, don't kill
He was-
him. That's
See,
not
this
what
is
we
his
want.
true colors. He wants to kill you.
No, he knocked him
I
out.
knocked him out.
Ah, damn.
Bro's talking to the knocked out body.
She probably is. She's pissed.
Dude.
We could have maybe worked something out before we got to High Wall. That's all I was trying to do.
You could have communicated with the rest of us. We could have
Okay.
worked something out, but
You guys
should
could have expressed
communicated.
interest in coming with me.
You should have expressed that you were going in the first place.
I did not make that a secret.
You didn't make it an announcement.
Okay. Feel free to ask some questions about me every once in a while.
Feel free to give information every once in a while without needing to be asked.
Let's all go to sleep, and then we can get on the road.
Great plan.
Kieran and Creed
Instead
are
of
asleep in
yelling
the
so that
shelter.
the whole forest knows exactly where we are.
Well, they know from the explosion, but good heart.
Well, not if they weren't here when the explosion happened, like
Pretty loud.
almost an hour ago.
Okay, whatever.
All right.
You all
Who's cooking dinner?
I'll
might
take.
have some serious problems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why everyone hates making friends.
Right?
Cordine, I don't hate making friends.
I do.
I don't like people who hurt other people. Okay? And Levi has made decisions for the entire party that we did not have any part in. Okay? That is hurting people in some way or another. I don't care if he communicates.
Have you considered voicing your opinions before the matters are already practically resolved?
Do I get an opportunity?
Yes.
Because I didn't know this was happening.
I'm gonna be honest. All I wanted to do was put it to a vote, which I think is the most fair thing you can do for every
Yes.
member of the party.
He's tied up now.
Absolutely.
He's tied up now.
And I
And
understand that. But the
Sleeping.
problem is that people with strong feelings weren't okay with even putting it to a vote. That's why we ended up where we ended. I think we should all go to sleep, and if we want to talk about it more, we can talk about it in the morning.
Good idea.
I think we should have killed him.
I'm so
I think
happy
we should
that you
kill
have
everyone.
that opinion.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second watch.
I'm already
I'll
asleep.
take
Anyone mind if I sleep in this shelter?
Go
Me and
for
Creed
it.
are in the
Oh.
shelter. Mind you.
He's gonna sleep next to Creed.
I'll just plop down against the tree.
Alright.
Wake up and Creed's dead.
Take off the hood.
Dude, Roland's like, Creed,
Let's
I'm
see.
coming for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like when a TPK happened.
Honestly.
That looks like a nice sleeping horse.
Be ashamed.
It'd be a shame if
Throat
the
got
soul were to
slit.
be gone.
We're not at. I mean, depends. Make those of you on watch make your perception.
Oh, I don't wake up, Levi. I wake up.
Your second watch.
Yeah, and he's third, so I don't wake him up.
Oh.
I wake someone
Are you
else
guys
up.
taking 3 watches?
I'm
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
watch.
I wake up. I'll wake up Dean. Actually, no. I'll wake up you because you were nice and you offered to give me your shelter, and you don't trust Levi. So
17.
natural 20,
Oh, okay.
so a total of 27.
Nothing's getting past right.
I was at 12:30.
8.
He's
Okay,
so frustrated. He's like,
Just standing at the door fuming.
Andrews, first watch. You kind of watch everyone go to sleep as sitting by the fire as it kind of dies down. The night's pretty eventless. After a while, you wake up, Ren.
Just wake up, stupid bird.
Ren, you are super attentive the whole time, just watching everything. Same thing, nothing happens. Wake up. Serena instead of Levi.
I tell Zerna not to let Levi walk off with him. Because he has a habit of that.
She has no problem.
Alright. And you're sitting there, I mean, a little bit before everyone wakes up, you know, as it's sunrise is kind of just starting to hit. You see Levi get up.
Okay. She's just gonna kind of like whisper to you. Hey, what are you doing?
I thought I was gonna take their watch. What's up?
I'm taking third watch.
Thanks. Did you volunteer?
I was woken
No.
up.
That's it. Hey, I knew we were making strides, but I didn't know we were going this far.
Stride.
No, you don't have to say anything to ruin the moment.
We're not having a
No.
moment.
That's it. And Levi's gonna walk out.
She's gonna like shiver.
Alright. After some time, the rest of you guys wake up to an early morning. Almon is packing his horse and just kind of helping throw things onto other people's horses. Kind of goes over, stomps out the fire.
It's like good.
feels like a hoodless kind of day.
With his head feel the sun.
I don't know my hair.
Let the wind.
Rise and shine, let's go.
Let's go.
Very well. Is your arm okay?
No.
Still bad?
It was Mario.
What was it? A short rest?
That would be a rest.
So we get one hit die back.
Is it like open wounds or just wrong?
Just something's wrong with it.
Alright. Try to help if you want. I've worked my way around. Well, I don't remember it, but I feel very adept when it comes to understanding injuries.
Someone put it back into place, but I think it just needs some time to heal. Do you have maybe a bandage that I could hold it in?
I made him a sling with my cloak a little while ago.
Oh, I think that came off in the night.
That's crazy. I have a leaf. That's about all. But you'd be surprised what a single oak leaf can do.
Yeah, guess I would. Probably not what I need though. So.
Yeah.
Don't know why you told me, but
Well, it's not a conversation.
come on. Is anyone not awake at this point?
I'll be awake.
Who's sleeping in?
All right. Anyone doing anything before you guys set off?
I'm just making
Doing
sure.
what little I can to help take the countdown.
I'm just making sure the guards' hands don't get untied.
All right.
I'm gonna open the question to the encampment people. Who wants to take care of Arnold?
I can do that.
That's great. Go ahead, throw him over your horse.
Of course.
Great idea.
Do you need a hand or a boost?
He's tied up.
He's tied up.
Can I get the hand?
I'll help you.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
help you.
You're all awake. Why can't I just ride on the horse?
I don't know. They seem really hell bent on putting you in row.
Is he not riding on the horse with Dean?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
it is.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
You
To
don't
be
like
fair,
to
we don't
be
really have an
untied.
extra horse for you anyways to ride on your own.
How about we
I'm
just
not asking to ride on my own. I just don't want to be tied up on the back of the horse. You know how uncomfortable that
let's
is?
untie his legs and keep his hands bound.
Sounds
Or
good.
we can tie his
Good
hands around
thought.
Dean.
Should we take a vote on that?
Sure.
Who votes to untie his legs?
Wow, he's voting twice.
Show up to the polls.
Ron just doesn't even move. He's still just like rested against the tree.
You just watch this all happen, just like.
So he can ride with Dean,
Yeah,
hands bound.
that's great.
Do we want to tie his hands on the front so he can wrap his arms around something so it doesn't fall off?
Just have him in
We should
front of
vote
Dean.
for that. Should we let him have his hands bound in the front?
Sure.
And just kind of shakes his head and continues like
Hey,
shoveling
Yeah,
stuff.
so-
show up
so
to the
is it,
polls,
but-
people. Come on.
Oh, man.
What are the polls?
Can we just leave, people?
Should we vote on if we should leave or not?
Okay, can you
Levi?
stop being
I'm
smartass?
including everyone
Listen,
in this
I
discussion.
understand.
The reason
You're very funny. Great joke. We should go.
How about you all don't let the man who's obviously trying to antagonize you all. Just ignore him.
Bro, successfully rage baiting.
Honestly, I like you a little more, Elmon. Not that I disliked you, I just like you even more.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Clearly, he's just trying to be annoying, a jackass.
true, all the time.
So just ignore
Let's
him.
go.
Pretend he's just some wind.
I'm gonna walk up to Roland while this is all happening.
How are you feeling today?
Very rested. Thank you, friend. As he like puts the cloak back on and the eyes like form.
If you need any form of sustenance, I've been trying to keep an eye out for game. I saw a few large ones back when we were traveling through the field, but you didn't seem to need them.
Appreciate it. I had a rest up a while ago. I'm feeling fine.
How much longer will you be able to travel for?
A day, maybe 2.
Well, I would appreciate it if you would inform me when you start to need the satiation.
Mm.
I'd like to help.
Yeah.
And
Goes
okay.
over the horse,
I'm-
mounts out.
Zora's gonna walk over to Ren and she's gonna be like, we're gonna ride together again.
Okay. Sure.
You guys ride on?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A few minutes into the journey,
We ride.
Arnold's gonna look over. You guys do clearly have a free horse.
It doesn't matter.
I mean-
Technically it was Serena's, but she's choosing to be with
Yeah.
Ren.
It's
Right
still
now.
mine.
You're not into sharing?
We
Try
could
it.
gag
Serena
you.
doesn't really share. You kind of learn that.
Sounds evil to me.
She's not evil. She's
Was this
just.
Arn
Don't do it.
or
Don't do it.
Anyway, what was it the wise guy said about not listening to people who are intentionally trying to antagonize you? Let's keep going.
Antagonize?
Hey, don't
I
worry
just-
about that. We can continue our conversation.
The rear of a horse is the most
Anyway,
bumpy
Would you
part
like
of
to
it.
ride the horse unconscious?
So I was going and getting water for the rest of the militia, right?
Right.
Many
Sorry.
trips back and forth.
My apologies.
Such an important story.
Do this.
You leading on?
Times.
Yeah.
Alwan this time is also leading, so you can have
I'll be up
advantage.
front with you.
Awesome. We get advantage on.
I'm looking for
Survival.
I'm looking for any wildlife as always, so let me know if I can
Alright.
spot anything cool that I can.
Since you guys are a big troop, most of the wildlife keeps its way away from you guys.
Survival is a 26.
Beautiful. You guys are making pretty quick time as you travel through the woods. You, right now, are traveling through kind of still uphill for a while. As it flattens out, it's a nice, cool, breezy day. Leaves falling around. And for once, no rain, which is rare during this time of the year.
It's the 16th.
Probably.
He probably knows better than you.
Because I'm not the calendar.
I've had a day.
Hey, calendar.
16.
60.
It's the 15th.
I only know the day if an NPC knows
I
it.
have it as the 15th.
It is
as
the 15th.
Andrus explodes camp, and then we went to sleep.
That was the 14th.
That was the
Close
14th.
camp and we went to sleep.
That was the 14th.
Yeah, because that's all that happened.
Yeah.
All right. I wish that's all that happened.
Agreed.
As you guys travel on,
I was around the 14th.
you find a road.
Oh,
Sweet.
Oh snap!
And so your time becomes much, much quicker. And that's where we'll take a break.
yay!
Go leaders, whatever you're doing, keep doing.
Without any incident worth noting, this group of adventurers, this party, you all travel throughout most of the day, the rest of the day on this road, making your way mostly on flat ground now through this forest. Pine trees, maple trees, leaves falling down. Anyone doing anything on this trip?
Perception checks.
I mean, you already did your perception checks for the trip.
That's survival.
Yeah, I'd like to know how much I healed from sleeping.
Zoranis.
You expend your
What
hit
am I
dice.
supposed to roll?
Have
He
you
doesn't
been
know his
tracking
hit
your hit
die.
dice?
Your hit die? It's on your.
It's not on the
class.
sheet.
It's
It
actually-
is. Hand it to me.
Oh.
Oh, it's on my class.
Oh
Oh
my
my gosh.
That's actually pretty smooth.
They have a thing with throwing things at each other that always works.
I mean, I was happy
And
to
never
get to hit Jack in the forehead.
Always works.
It's always
Hey, Chad,
Never not.
Chad, can I get a whole? Can I get every single throw clipped?
Can we get a montage? Can we get a montage? The tossing super
Second highlighted thing.
Thank you.
Wow.
coin.
Hear ye, hear ye.
All
Bro, pull out
right.
the dogs.
Yeah. I felt like.
Let me find that for you.
All right.
Can you tell me about my ring too?
All right. Shut up. Anyone doing anything during this trip
Yes.
out of the ordinary or anything?
Zoranis gonna. I mean, she's riding with Ren, but she's gonna
Yeah.
kind of talk to him and be like, "Hey, Ren, how are you doing?"
As good as you might expect any young bird folk who joined an adventuring party on a whim to discover that one of them wants to free prisoners and the other wants to kill horses and attack people.
That's oddly specific, right?
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say bad.
How are you doing?
Well, I kind of feel the same as always, which is like angry, but you know, nothing I haven't felt before.
Okay.
But I think we're both kind of on the same page with that dead man walking over there.
Yeah.
So,
That's good to hear. I think most sane people are.
yeah, but I mean, there's a few confusing ones still for me.
Why
Tell
are
me
you,
about it.
Why are you always mad?
Well, you know, I don't really know how to explain it.
You can try.
It's just like when someone talks to me, sometimes like it's just like red. Like I just get so like upset.
Ren is visibly concerned.
You can see she's actually trying to think through
Yeah.
this. So you know, like when Levi talks to me, if when he's near me, even it just there's like a visible like you know, like I just
He's riding right behind you.
Without telling you what to do, can I give you a piece of advice that my short span of memory has taught me, or maybe I just remember? You don't have to do it, but it's just an idea.
sure.
I would try when you feel the red creeping in and being angry. What I do when I'm scared and I feel fear creeping in is I just take deep breaths, and it can help, you know, concentrate and not be overwhelmed by that. That might help you with talking to Levi.
Okay.
Worth a shot.
So sometimes though, I really like to be mad at him.
Well,
Kind of like fuels
and that's how
like
you take short breaths for that.
Okay.
Really pumps you up.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, no, I'm doing well. I don't really know much besides this, so.
Also, I wanted to apologize for our time in the tavern. It was one of those moments where all I could see was someone that I sort of care about. I didn't know what his intentions were with you, and I just wanted to make sure that they were good, and so I kind of acted irrationally, but I mean, I don't fully feel like I was in the wrong, but I'm sorry for the way that it made you feel, and I will try not to do it again. It was all out of care for you. And so...
It's okay. I forgive you. I believe you. I didn't think that you didn't care. Maybe just maybe reminded you of something, or is what I thought. But it's okay. We're all intact, as it would seem. So I think we're doing as good as can be expected.
Next time I'll take some deep breaths.
Very good. I think that may help you. Worth a shot. You should let me know how it works.
I will.
Cordine, as you're riding along with Arnold in the back, it's just gonna kind of. So, earlier, when they were asking me questions, they mentioned something about slavery?
Yes. What about it?
What are your all thoughts on that?
On slavery, I think it's despicable.
What is slavery like exactly to you?
Oh.
Would I be a slave? Like, am I a slave right now? I'm tied up.
I don't think so. Well,
Be honest.
I think that depends on whose company you're in.
So it depends on why I'm tied up?
I would say so, yes.
So I am a slave?
Oh, I don't think so.
But I can't go
No.
free. I'm not free to go.
I mean, if it was solely up to me, maybe, I don't know.
What's the crazy girl's name again? What's the crazy girl's name?
Which one?
Good one. The white one.
They were both white. Like, what am I? What did I tell you I was? A nose.
She's gonna hurt you.
Straya,
Yeah,
do you view me as a slave?
we're not making you do anything, are we? Except sit there. Are you doing any labor for us?
My butt is doing labor, sitting on this horse.
That is a lot of information. Are you not used to riding horses?
Have you ever ridden on the rear of a horse?
No.
Yes, I'm doing it
Yes.
right now.
Isn't very comfortable.
I'm sure it takes a lot of
I
leg
don't mind.
strength. I don't know. But the thing is, you're more of a like. It's more of like a hostage situation than like a slavery situation.
Prison situation.
Not much better, but like not a slave.
So you're fine with slavery?
No.
Then can you untie me, please?
Okay. How do I know that you're not going to do something to harm me or the people here?
At this point, I'm gonna like slow down my horse a little bit so that I'm like next to them, kind of evil, and then like kind of move forward
So
again.
stupid, dude.
I guess you don't know for certain what anyone's gonna do.
Right. But you were, from what I can tell from your clothing,
Yes.
you are with the people that imprisoned my friend here. Also, Levi. And these people were trying to kill my friends.
They imprisoned you.
Well, they
Your
didn't.
friends?
They,
You're imprisoning me.
You're not behind bars.
But you get the point, right?
I do get the point. No.
All I'm saying is, you should untie me.
Why? Are your hands uncomfortable?
Mm-hmm. And I'd rather run alongside these horses than ride on this.
Okay, well, we're not going to make you do that. That's
Ropes do chafe.
ridiculous.
It's not great.
Not comfortable at all.
It
can everyone hear this or?
Yeah,
I mean, we're not
everyone.
having a quiet
All the
conversation.
conversations everyone can hear.
I'm sure it wasn't comfortable when Andrus was in jail from your boss
Yeah, well,
or Levi.
I don't really care about
You're
how
not a s-
comfortable he was.
You're not a slave.
I'm not
You're
really
a
thinking
prisoner.
about that.
We're bringing you in, and officials can decide what to do with you. If they decide that you're fine, then so be it. But you posed an active threat and continue to pose that threat. So we're just bringing you in until someone who actually has the ability to make these decisions can make it.
So
why are
wait.
you making a decision? I was just standing guard.
Okay, hold on. You take this situation very lightly. You don't seem to understand the gravity of what your group was doing. Were you aware what was going on?
I didn't see him do anything bad. I didn't see him imprison your friends, and I didn't imprison your friends.
Okay.
I think you guys might have attacked me, is what I'm starting to understand.
Well, Arnold, how about you ask Mr. Lipstick over there why he took you?
Probably to get me out of the collapsing building. from
Yeah,
what I
you
would-
think so?
Probably.
Why don't you ask him?
Hey, Levi, why'd you take me?
To get you out of the collapsing building.
What I thought.
Why'd you knock him out?
Why don't we just gag his mouth? This is a waste of time.
Because
Because he's
We're-
what, a prisoner?
we're making this thing like a compromise so that Levi doesn't get super pissy. And I don't want to deal with pissy Levi. He's already kind of pissy, and like everyone's pissy. So like,
I'm not pissy.
You're great.
Dean,
Dean.
you're never pissy.
Dean,
I
you're
don't know
great.
how, but you're always happy.
Arnold,
Are you on drugs?
how about this?
Can you share some?
You're-
I'm like under a lot of pressure right now.
Arnold.
What?
Yeah, it comes with the territory.
You're uncomfortable, right?
Yeah,
And that is why you want us to help you and make you not uncomfortable.
exactly.
How about this? It's a fair exchange. I'm uncomfortable due to your people as I show this piece of metal that is fused around my hands. You're uncomfortable due to my people. Once you make this right, then we can make that right.
That sounds good.
Good deal.
Fair deal.
Let's
All right.
keep riding.
Great.
I would be okay with that if I did that to you.
You weren't
Well-
a pain in our side.
Well, I didn't tie you up, but I was a part of the group that did it.
Here.
Levi tied you up, actually.
How about this? Were you being
Forced me
paid
to
to
it.
guard them?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that you took coin and payment from the people that did this to me?
Perhaps.
Interesting.
It is your responsibility
it
to
is
choose
your
who you
fault
take
then.
money from.
At least I tried.
Good effort.
I would
No, it
love to
wasn't.
be in your position comparatively.
He's just gonna put his head on the back of Cordion's arm. Just... Anyone else do anything on the trip?
You're gonna ride alongside Andrews.
Yeah, as he puts his hand on my shoulder, I'm just gonna say, maybe we should stick to the stories, no?
A lot more successful.
So, do you know anything else that you're willing to share at this moment about the Tothu?
Kind of like where is it Almon?
Almon. He's in the
Almon.
middle.
Sorry, there's so many like words right now. Almon, is he adjacent, forward, back, middle? Where are we? Are we middle?
I would have like gestured for you to come back to me.
I'm on her horse.
Well, first of all,
Okay.
I'm driving.
My bad. I forgot.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Now
was it-
he's leaving. Now he's
was it-
leading.
Oh okay. got
He
it.
told him where to go to help him out.
Cool.
But now you guys are on a road.
So I just assume you come up on opposite side
Yeah.
of him, maybe.
We'd be like middle back, I
Cool.
guess.
Sorry. One more time.
So you feel like sharing anything more you know about the Tothu?
To be completely frank with you, Levi, I am not the one to really try to obscure information from people that I'm working with.
Okay.
And the reality of this situation is I don't have a clear picture.
Sure, you're working with more pieces than I am.
I probably am, but sometimes you have to deal with certain things internally before you can process them externally. I'll tell you this since you do want something. Yes?
Yeah.
The clan themselves
You can see him just straining to try to get something for you.
The people that we just fought are very much not in any way in the upper levels of this clan. They are probably the equivalent to street punks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hired help, perhaps.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't see too many, but
If that's, and I gesture to Arnold.
is carrying the name of the Tothu clan, then it is fictitious to him in ways.
Okay. Well, I just had a run-in with him once. But that's how I know. I mean, twice now, but... Yeah, I was,
Did you lose someone?
No, someone I knew lost someone. But she was sweet, so it stung a little bit.
Was there any particular reason why the person you knew or the person that they knew would have had a target on their back?
No, we were doing a job. Just taking out some bandits on the road. And she followed the person that the bandits had captured. We didn't know who she was affiliated with, but she just walked off without a word, not even acknowledging us. And, next thing you know, Joe, she goes to track this lady, just trying to get some answers out of her, but minutes turn into hours, concerns rise, and when we get to the scene, it's not pretty. My friend, he cared for her. So, this all is kind of just a favor to him.
Does any part of that, like this lady affiliated with the Tothu, ring any bells?
Make a history check.
It's possible.
Okay.
Oh, so close. 10.
No.
Yeah. It was almost a 26.
Did it debate you?
It was almost a 19. It did the...
Yeah, those dice hate you.
Yeah, I know. I'm sticking with them.
Okay.
That's real. Look at that.
I can't roll this one right now.
Why not?
Can't use magic. Oh, wow. Good call.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh.
Can't say that I can directly relate to it, but they've taken parts of me as well. Is that not how the translation should work?
Taking parts of you?
Maybe not physical.
I do understand that. Well, yeah, we just... There you go. Astrea.
The horses in front kind of stop. As you naturally would stop, as you see this hill kind of going down into a valley. You see this village, or maybe a town, and this river kind of running through. On the other side, you can see a ways out, there's trees, and then it just kind of goes into this field stretching out into nothingness. The trees go on for like miles before that, though. There's this red sunset kind of hitting you guys in the face. I think we're here.
What time is it, roughly?
He said sunset.
Sorry.
That's gonna be like
Give me a nuclear bomb, bro.
It's okay.
Right after my ding from my phone.
You'll probably cover up.
You see the town.
Boom.
The town explodes.
A
There's
noob.
no town
A
in it.
noob.
So that
They
direction's
found
good.
us.
That's
As you-
the Tothu. Let's go. Tothu, I know.
Kieran, as you look at this town, you don't see a single soul about.
Oh.
No person. No people.
No pun intended.
Just something you notice.
Like from a distance, right? We're not in the town yet.
No, you can. You.
Oh,
It's down the hill.
perception.
Yeah.
What is it? Dusk.
Sunset.
Sunset. Myself, Kieran, Estrella, and Ren are all going to receive 300 feet of dark vision.
All right.
Any visuals?
What happened to this side of the
Any
table?
visual differences?
I mean, nothing crazy visual. That, I guess, in that moment, just like Andrus's naturally gray eyes just kind of shimmer and go to like a bit more of a like. It stays gray, but there's like a slight glow from in them that doesn't give off light, but just like gives off a bit of like luminescence, and it just happens. Like you can't see it on yourself, but if you like look over it, the same thing is just on Estrella and
Okay.
in turn on Kieran.
Alright. And, is that good for you?
You're asking. I'm on.
Yeah, I'm on.
Not sure.
Well,
Have you been here before?
Yeah.
I don't see anyone.
All right.
Does it look like there's signs of a struggle? Like any buildings in disrepair out of the ordinary?
It's kind of far away. You can see smoke rising from the center of it, just like as in like a chimney, perhaps.
Are the buildings lit up at all? Like from windows or anything?
I'm gonna start heading down, but cautiously.
It's kind of this winding trail that leads down.
Yeah.
To the,
I don't even know why we stopped.
Yeah.
Because you know it's like a scenic
It's like a-
horizon
it's a beautiful
line. You're at the
scenery.
top of the hill.
it's autumn.
Isengard lies
All
ahead.
I see is
It's sunset too.
All one
Hitting
sees
your
is a
hood.
hot meal.
Anyone ask me again?
Feels warm.
I said there was no
On your
souls.
skeleton.
This is infrared that he sees. It's just like, oh.
He goes, "Are there any souls here?"
Enhance.
Okay.
Enhance. There's a person there.
That's all. Yeah.
You guys travel down.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out for any like hitched horses or like just like wildlife / domestic life. You know, farm animals, stuff
Like those crows that just flew away.
Roland!
Oh, there you go. It's a crow.
Crows.
Hit it with the lightning.
That's the
No, just
only
eat
animals you
owls and
see is a
vultures.
few crows. Just kind of.
I will say as we
That's a good sign.
get closer to the city gates, I'm gonna make an effort to put like the ends of my little cloak thing over, like as I'm assuming Andrus's hands are around here, so he doesn't fall off, right?
What? He's got a pretty strong core. I would assume that he's like kind of doing this number.
Then she's gonna put her over the thing on his
I'm
hand.
gonna do a precautionary cast of Long Strider on myself.
All right.
I would precautionary cast something.
I'm gonna whip out my familiar.
I would
Alright.
do
Just
that too.
hang on to him, see if he smells anything.
Alright.
Okay.
Like blood.
And then I'm gonna do a perception check as we get closer to the town.
All right. Make a perception
I
check.
would also like to do a perception check
That's
instead of
really
helping.
All right.
Okay, 25.
Looking for anything?
19.
People.
19.
Looking for anything?
Lights in buildings or things in disarray. Anything that looked like may have been a fight or something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah. As you kind of make it to this village entrance, there's a few houses kind of going down into the main village.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem to be any people at first. You notice there's like a body in the street ahead of you.
Whoa.
I'd like to roll to see if it's alive.
Oh my gosh.
So I can
I'm
kill
gonna
it
make a
myself.
perception check. Oh, I was gonna shoot it. Right?
You were gonna shoot it?
Yeah.
What?
With what?
Fireball.
I thought he said Bible.
I did too. I auto-corrected in my head.
12.
Larry boy?
Not too.
Get down.
Is that visible to like?
After a little bit.
Yeah.
Because no one stopped.
She's gonna see me like charging up like.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
I'm gonna
Dude,
keep
that
riding.
guy is
Since I'm
probably
starting.
passed out from drinking too much.
Wait,
He's
wait.
standing up straight. Is he?
No, he's
Oh, he's on the floor.
prone on the ground.
I described it as a body.
He would say a person
Yeah.
if they were upright.
You see a body
Or like a
walking through the
figure.
street.
For some reason, when he said body, I was imagining
Bodies,
someone
bodies,
just
bodies.
standing up still with it. Like,
I'm gonna shoot him with my Bible.
yeah, my Bible. I'm gonna throw that. Don't throw Bible to people. It's not very.
Do you have a cloak on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just going forward then.
I'm gonna take a brief pause.
Okay.
Make sure that the cloak he has on is covering his hands.
Yeah, I can just like slip into like the cloak.
Get off the horse really quick.
Okay,
Hold
you
the
notice
reins.
there's just a pool of blood underneath him. He's face down.
Can I check for a pulse?
Yeah, sure.
Is there a pulse?
No.
How the frick did she get to the body before me?
You said you're gonna
You
keep
rode
riding.
by.
Oh,
bro.
I meant like right up to the body.
Oh,
Obviously.
We made it to
Keep
the body.
riding would not. Yeah, you. I didn't.
I said
We've been done, made it.
If
to
you
the
wanted to
body,
go to the
man.
body, I assume you'd say like, I'm gonna go to the body, not I'm gonna keep riding.
It would not
Well,
It's the same thing
I
as
rolled
saying
a perception
step
check to
over
see if
Ren.
it had a soul,
Yeah.
and you were like, "Oh, you can't tell."
Yeah.
So I am assuming I'm like more than 100 feet away from it. But go ahead, I'll keep riding past the body.
L assumption, but
It's
okay.
not out of
I don't
character
care.
one either. To be like, oh look, a
He's like-
corpse. Anyways,
If it didn't have a soul, he'll keep riding.
No pulse.
I'm gonna like try and roll him over
Okay.
to see what injuries.
Roll him over? He's got just this huge gash in his stomach. It's like a big blade just went right through him.
like, ooh.
So it doesn't look like animalistic.
She's gonna step back. Are there? Did anyone else stop? Did anyone else stop?
Yeah, I mean, I stopped to look at the body, see what's up.
I'll keep
I
riding
think
to
I
the
might
center.
hop off.
Stop behind
I
you.
think I'll hop off.
I'm pausing.
So.
Who keeps going?
Him.
Just you.
Just him.
You hear noise from the center of town.
Oh,
He's
well,
like
then-
another explosion and
So-
40 men come
It's
running.
like down. You hear down the.
85 fireballs.
Roll.
I'm gonna ride up. Could I just like, hey, Roland, just to catch your attention. Just gonna ride.
I mean, you'd have to yell because he didn't really stop.
yeah, hey, roll,
No, you're still close.
Yeah. Hey. Just gonna ride up to you. Hey, you wanna?
Like, I'll slow down as it rides
Yeah.
up to.
Just wanna wait for everybody.
Not necessarily.
Okay, but you know, if it's dangerous, you know, because there's a dead guy right there. You know, something dangerous happened.
Really?
You know, wouldn't you want some support?
We don't know what happened yet.
Well, someone died.
Traveler?
Yeah, in the center of the village, it looks like.
I'll find out what's happening and come back.
Someone go to the news.
Well. Yeah, go ahead, do your thing.
I'm gonna keep
Courteous.
riding towards the north.
I'm gonna like look around and notice that he's not there. We're like, Roland,
Oh, it's so loud.
where are you going?
I just turn to you and just.
Okay.
I'm gonna,
Clearly he's
I'm
doing
gonna set
something.
Toro on the ground and it's just gonna dig into the dirt and go follow him.
So we all.
Yeah, I'm just expecting the nearest house.
Okay.
Walking
Walk
in.
up to it.
Yeah, I'm trying to open the door.
Alright,
Okay.
you open it.
And look in.
Seems like
How far am I
that's
from the center of town? Sorry.
Small room,
Yeah.
wooden room, table, chairs.
That's it.
There's a little kitchen area.
Okay, is there upstairs or bedrooms or?
There's the stairs.
Do a quick glance in the kitchen real quick, and then I'm going to sneak upstairs.
Alright, roll stealth check.
Broke into someone's house.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
How far away am I from the center of town?
Like 100 feet.
Is anyone
Oh, then
still
I'm gonna
near
be
the body for no
Okay.
particular reason?
I mean,
I
she's
am.
kind of. Estrella's
I'm
like.
still there.
Is
What
anyone?
are you guys doing right now?
Are you investigating the body?
I'm
or
just
you
looking at the
after
body.
Hey,
Oh,
what?
Everyone just
I mean,
standing around
I'll
like.
look. I'll look for.
23 on top.
Alright, no one hears you.
Do you guys?
I'll look for stuff like around that could maybe indicate something, or like on his body.
Okay. Make a investigation check.
You think some bandits did this?
I
don't
don't
think so.
think so.
I think the
Considering-
bandits would also be dead. If it were
Considering the
bandits.
lack of people altogether,
Okay.
this
You
could
guys-
be bigger.
Do you need anything from this body?
We should. Yeah, we should.
I got a dirty 20.
I think Kieran just went into someone's house.
Okay.
Um.
Just as a precautionary
Precaution.
I do that strategically.
Could just get us another body if a fight comes. I mean, you've seen
You
this
know what,
before.
Ren?
I'd rather do it now than if we get ambushed.
Do you think, man?
Go for it.
Just gonna grab the face by the temples and like pull the body up from the ground and just vines pour down the whole body and turn it into a zombie.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
I was investigating.
As you were investigating, you noticed it got stabbed.
Okay. Did I
Nothing
find
was
anything on him?
No, just his clothes.
You investigate that he's rising from the dead.
And he still has that same almost like beak like formation that covers the whole front of his face and comes out.
What am I seeing
Was there
upstairs?
any like?
Can you
Head.
teach me? Walking
I
in the
don't think
bedroom?
so.
What?
Walking, peering in the bedroom.
Sorry, say that again.
I want to peer into the bedroom, see if I.
Up here.
It just looks like an average bedroom.
So that takes me a
Completely
minute
empty?
actually.
Yes.
Okay,
Just
then I'll walk
beds.
Does the like general area like places look like abandoned? Does it look abandoned?
There's no people. But
Right.
it doesn't look like run down.
It doesn't look
not
like
disrepair.
anyone just like up and left and just.
Are there tracks around this dead body? One's dead.
There's a bunch of tracks in the main town, like the main road would be, just like, you know, well,
Any like
nothing out of the
like dripping blood from any particular direction or blood spots?
He's in a pool of blood, but that's it.
But there's no like trail of blood from any particular direction.
I mean, there's some blood trailing towards the center town, but just a little bit. You can just tell, like a splatter.
Follow Roland and see where this leads.
As
Yeah.
much as I hate to admit
I'm just
that
gonna walk out
Roland
the-
might be going in the
the
right
building.
direction.
The house is empty.
Should we put Andrews in there?
We should. What?
In the house?
Put Arnold.
No, Andrews. Well, Arnold too, I guess.
I-
You're on babysitting, do I?
I don't want to leave him alone to whatever did
Do you
this.
want to lead him into something that he's not prepared to defend himself for?
No,
I don't really think anyone should be on their own. I think it would be better if he was with us and we can protect him when he's with us. We know we have experience for what happens when he's separate from us.
I don't really want to do that. I don't want to be in any danger.
Is this Almonds
I
or
got
Arnold?
some horrible news for you,
Is that
friend.
Almonds or Arnold?
Arnold.
Hey,
Arnold, you
Almonds, do you
befriended
want
a
to step this one out
monster.
and watch him?
Not at all.
Okay,
Really?
to be fair, we.
Curious.
I
I think we
mean,
should probably
Move forward.
move towards
we
the
should
town.
We did
Stop.
kind of kidnap Arnold, and as much as I don't like leaving him alone, we probably shouldn't force him to go into anything dangerous.
I'm
So we can
joking.
just,
I
like-
was a guard. Just untie me and I'll help you.
Alright, at this point, I've definitely tried to
Wait your turn.
Okay.
To the center of
I'm
this
gonna leave Creed here and then start running towards because at
Yeah,
this
I'd
point
say
I'm
I'd
faster
probably
than Creed.
dismount as well.
Alright.
Yeah. At this point I'm faster than Creed is here. For the moment.
Try to
Um,
keep a low profile, maybe.
Okay.
You're
Should we tie the
Guess not
horses?
Yeah, hitch him to a building.
Okay.
I
Creed's-
swear, if
Creed's
I come
thinking-
back
Your
to
horse is
dead
like-
horses again.
Creed
Well-
is never tired.
I will tie.
I'm the DM, buddy.
I'll
Your
tie
horse
my
is like-
horse to something, and then
Okay, yeah, you guys all just tie your horses to maybe the house that you're
like a
in.
pillar or
Creed.
something.
Not Creed.
Not Creed.
And you guys are all going that direction? Anyone, what are you guys doing? Like,
We're all-
anyone else doing
I'm going
anything?
that
I'm
way.
gonna start
No, I'm going that
to.
way.
There's like a through center road approaching that. I'm gonna
stay
go
on
through an
The road you guys are
alleyway.
on.
What the one that we're on? I'm gonna move to like this side behind the house to the
Your
left,
horse is
and
like-
start like approaching.
There's
from
just
that
like
angle.
a few trees on that side.
Yeah, I'll just move through to cover up some house.
I'm just saying on my horse.
Okay.
I'll say
Yeah.
that. Did you stay on your horse or did you hitch?
She
yours,
got
right?
I hitched it,
I'm gonna try
Um,
to.
especially if you got off.
Is her horse the horse that I put that she put the saddlebags from my
Yes.
horse on?
Yeah,
Yes.
Then I will, as you're hitching your horse, kind of be like,
I'll just hold on to it. It's okay, but best we stay on foot probably.
and I'll kind of like loop the reins,
Okay.
just like around my arm.
Okay.
The speed I take will vary greatly on what he finds
Yes,
and
that's
if
fine.
Toro finds anything with him, because I set my familiar with him specifically to like alert me if they run into anything. So if
Okay.
he runs into something in the time we were all talking, then I'll book
What's
it
the
that
speed
direction.
of your bagger, bro?
What he told me?
It's a mole.
He's
He's
30 feet.
underground.
Speed of
You
your
told me he had a 30-foot digging
Yeah,
speed,
he
so
does.
yeah.
It's a fast
Cool.
mole.
Well, you gotta, you have
It's
to give.
also this big.
You need to give
You
a
guys
player
are
a
playing a
reason to
world where he
not
doesn't
take a
have a
bird,
head.
okay?
The mole can
Star
travel at
Wars.
30 feet.
Yeah.
What's a horse?
And he's
Um,
cute.
50, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Not
try to
60,
stealth.
60 straight.
Stealth around.
They can't take a dash action, that's kind of weird.
They're always dashing. You're gonna stealth?
I know.
Alright, roll stealth check. How are you stealthing?
I'm also.
How? I mean,
Are you staying on the road?
no. I'm gonna try to like.
Do what he's doing?
Yeah.
Or on the same flank. I went to the left.
No, I'm gonna go on the other side.
Gotcha.
We have some.
Naturally.
Everyone know what they're doing?
Yeah, I'm going after.
Going towards the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm heading.
Base.
I'm trying to pick up.
Going towards the plot.
Oh.
Equally.
Wait, where are you at?
I'm going towards the next combat.
I was like, I'm sensing it. I'm sensing
Alright,
it.
you start heading in the next direction, I guess, away from the sun.
You start heading towards Highwell, actually.
He's like, you head directly south.
You head
towards the
your,
empty barn.
You head towards your party, actually.
How'd you know? How'd you know there's a griffin in there?
Head back towards where the horses are hitched. And
Find the eating guy that looks just like Roland eating the horses.
You beeline straight towards Ren.
Oh no.
Ren dies of fear.
Oh.
Deep breath.
Didn't doubt yourself.
He's like,
So here you are, bro.
Alright. Roland, you get towards the center of town first. Town is this nice wooden buildings. The river is running through across. You can hear it from here. The center of town is just a cluster of buildings. One of them, this taller building, smoke rising from it. You can hear noise from inside of it.
Oh.
Karen's like bolting towards you.
I'm gonna dismount and go inside.
Right. Are you gonna go all the way up to it and then dismount?
Yeah, I'll probably ride right up next to the door and get off.
Are you gonna wait for the rest of everyone to get there, or just go straight in?
he's definitely
Why
not
would he?
waiting.
A little
Didn't think
mall.
so.
I'm not gonna kick down the door though.
Yeah, you trip about 10 times. Everyone catches. I'm just kidding. All right, so you ride up to this building. You just hear.
He's like,
There's a wall.
You get stuck on the hitbox of the
It's like the arc boundary from where the other
Well,
player
it
is.
gets a little like.
no, I keep hitting Y
it's
and like.
Can't go there
Buffering.
right now.
No, I keep hitting Y and
Sorry.
dismounting, then hitting again too fast and mounting up, and then
No, Roland's walking towards it.
damage.
Sorry, I just don't want to go there. Sorry. Can't go. Sorry,
Actually, get my friends.
Yes.
Actually, I'll bring my gear first.
I should wait for my party.
It's like when you're
I'll
outside
help
that
this.
NPC that's supposed to lead you,
Yeah.
and you can sprint but they don't, and you're just like little
Yeah.
loading
I don't think I'm ready for this area yet.
Come back.
Slow down.
Wait up a minute.
something tells me there's murders inside this house.
What gives you that idea?
I should level up my gear before
Oh,
proceeding.
we got 17
Okay. Good enough.
stealth checks.
Jeez, we're nerds.
I can see this.
No.
All right.
All right, let me open the
All right.
door.
We'll try
Lock
to be-
in, y'all.
Open up the gates.
Alright, I just want to make a note. If I see him walking by himself, I'm not going in.
Okay.
Not
All right.
That is correct.
Roland. Roland. All right. We're just doing our own.
Gummy tax. This is gummy tax.
Guys,
Lock the
This is
door.
gummy tax, bro.
Like your dad and
All
you're
right.
eating
Yeah.
snacks in the backseat.
Literally.
All right, tell me what's up.
All right. Skip past that whole part. That's a waste of time. All right.
it's getting into our recording time.
All right. Shut up, please. All right. You hitch up your horse at the building, and you are gonna go inside. It took like probably 5 minutes to go inside.
And the party caught up.
Crazy. Yeah, everyone's there. You.
We already made the joke.
It's a double door with iron rings.
Okay, I'll open it.
Alright.
Is it open towards me or in?
It opens in. You see, as you walk inside, dimly lit, seems to be a tavern. A high roof. There's like a bunch of round tables. There's a bar on the left side, and there's like kind of like a stage, but right now it just has like this bigger table up on it. And you just see a bunch of men in armor, not like neat armor, but just like kind of kit bashed armor.
Mm-hmm. Like raider armor.
What are these two going on about?
They're
What?
crashing out, bro.
Mostly because Virgil just can't stop walking.
What? Alright, anyway.
Bro, you're in timeout. Okay.
Alright, go ahead and meet your mic. Permanently.
No, it was your,
I
it
think
was
she's
your
stuck on the dad
face.
tax.
No, it was your face.
I was crying.
No, we gotta get that.
Alright, flip that up.
Sorry.
You're good.
You're good, bro.
Clip her crying and then like put some other audio over it, like Jack screaming.
It's always your face.
Like when he said "shut up," like clip it so that Jack says "shut up" and then it pans to Rachel like crying.
Like, this is what I
Like your face. All right. Enough tomfoolery.
Oh, tomfoolery. My old friend.
You walk in. You see all these men in armor. Raider armor, bandit armor. Not too dissimilar to the Rygans that you fought. Some of them do appear to be Rygan, some of them not.
How many are there? Like at a glance. Obviously, I'm
As
not.
you kind of walk in, a lot of faces turn towards you. There seems to be about 40 packed in this room.
40?
Filling up the whole room. They're all kind of laughing, drinking, and what catches your eye... Alright, everyone? I might have to actually give you guys a fight right now. I might have to kill you guys' characters if you don't like it.
I haven't said a word.
Hey, good job.
Say it.
Good boy.
Alright.
It's time to talk.
Alright. You notice there's extra light on the stage. As there's one long, like, rectangular table up there. But yeah, there seems to be about 40 people in here.
Does it get kind of like quiet when I walk in?
It gets a little quiet, and then people are still kind of murmuring, drinking. But they all kind of looking your way.
Is there anybody that's like identifiably like in charge?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
At the middle of the stage on this rectangular table, there's a guy sitting in the middle, and he's got his like legs up. You see this rather large man, possibly a Goliath, just gray skin and gray hair, the same exact color, kind of a beard that's not too thick, just a beard on his face, and he has this brown, kind of like a brown bandana almost, tying up his hair with this gray hair kind of in his face and coming out of the different sides. And he has this large, almost like poncho of black and brown. And it seems to have these points on it where there's braided animal hair. And he's got his feet up. And he's just kind of like looking at the door where you walked in.
Okay, I'll like walk towards him. As I walk over. Is the table like open on the other end, like across from him?
No, it's like on the stage. So it's almost like you're almost like a court, you know, where like everything's higher up.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but you're where the tables are. And as he stands up, and everyone kind of just like quiets.
Is this your town?
No. Not my town at all. Welcome in. He kind of walks around the table and down the steps into the center. We have a guest. Welcome our guest. As everyone's kind of like, what's your name?
Roland. And yours?
Hugo. He kind of walks up to you. Nice to meet you, Roland.
There's a dead body in your street.
Oh no. Everyone kind of like laughs a little bit. You want to be a hero. That's what happens to heroes. Unless those heroes are smart. And they don't get in the way of an unstoppable force. Now you can be smart right now. Why are you in town? Just stopping by?
Precisely. Passing through.
You alone, Roland? Don't lie
I
to me.
am.
Now see, I know that's not true. Might not be my town, but I do own it.
And you would know I came along.
Well, I know you didn't come alone is the funny thing, but we can play along with your fantasy.
How many are in this bar that walked in with me?
0?
Then I am alone.
So be it. He kind of walks back over to the stage. Kind of takes a seat. Now, why are you in town? Be honest.
I need a place to rest. And some food.
Place to rest and some food. I think that's something we can give you.
I would appreciate it.
You want a drink?
What have you got on the menu?
Whatever's here, we take what we like. Some green scale ale, if you like it.
Please.
One of the guys kind of gets up, walks over to you. All right, real quick. What are the rest of you doing?
I was gonna piss himself.
I'd like to assume as soon as he got in there, my mole would have like hopped up the steps and seen that it's a big group.
The mole can't see.
Smell?
Detected that it's a large number of people.
It can, yeah, it can.
I feel like for
smell
all
it. There's like a tavern. Yeah.
He's like,
yeah, but like, well, it would have heard the ruckus of a lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay. I would then convey that to everyone else.
Kieran's like 300 feet away from the tavern, just standing there. Like,
Everyone but Kieran, I would be like, there is a lot of people over there that Toro can see, smell, sense. I don't know, but there's a lot. And Roland, I think, just roll on in. So.
Well, that's what he normally does, so that's not different.
Yeah. So I don't know how we want to handle that.
Real quick. As he kind of is sitting there again. Johnny, how about you go get his friends?
Oh no.
As one of the guys kind of gets up and leaves.
is he headed for the door?
Yeah. Are you standing at the door, like guarding it?
No, I like kind of went in towards the
He's
door.
like by the door as he just kind of steps up and goes out.
Brother wants to order Max.
Can't order Max.
not in this situation, dude.
I feel like I have to be in character though.
Yeah. I mean, he gets up and goes out unless you do something.
That's fine.
He kind of comes outside, and you guys are all in the street except for you two. Don't be shy. Come on in.
He sounds nice.
I don't think he is.
Yeah, I don't know why I got that vibe too.
I'm gonna like lean towards Almon and be like, you were looking for your spell book in Highwall, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to read or use these? And I kind of like gesture to the equivalent of what my spell book is.
I think so.
Did you need something of a certain caliber, or just access to the ritual of magic?
Kind of. I don't have anything on me. You have an arcane focus?
I look over to, well, actually, I kind of like reach down and like pat where my axe is holstered.
This works?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I probably don't like other people touching your stuff.
When it's all said and done, as long as I get it back, I will be grateful.
Make sure you get it back. He kind of walks up.
I let the zombie lead in front of me.
Any of you not going? Other than you two.
I went straight in.
Courtney was like,
Friends!
Nice.
Kieran, are you going?
Yeah, might as well.
Astrea will hesitate, but she'll walk
What do
probably
you-
like 5 feet behind.
What do you two do?
So while
We
this
can
is-
observe like this. We hear this guy call out.
Yeah.
And we see everybody like walk up. And,
Yeah, while this is happening, I'm gonna message him with my
Who?
hearing.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be like, this out and try to come up with a plan.
Alright. Outside, we can see there's visibly like a couple stories tall or 2 stories.
Seems like
tall.
big building. It might be 2 stories.
Okay. You still have that grappling hook?
Yeah.
We can wait, but we might want to see if we can get a different point of entry.
Sounds good.
Alright. I'll meet you around back.
Would you allow me to have prepared in the event that someone tries to take my staff from me or like rough with me, prepare hold person, just to have that prepared?
It will expend the spell if it doesn't happen.
I thought it just expends the action.
It does
It's
both.
it's if you hold an action, then it expends the spell. You're thinking about a mechanic that uses a different
Never mind,
spell.
then I won't.
Sounds like you would. I'm just kidding.
Wait, you won't because of Medicare. I'm just kidding. It's fine for me.
It
Alright.
won't because of resources.
The boy kind of comes back in. He seems to be this younger human with like blonde hair. He kind of just sits back near the entrance. Do you say anything while he's out there?
I'm just holding the ale.
Boys, don't be rude. Give him a seat. Some of the men kind of near the front get out of their table. They'll get up, just like spread out.
As I walk over and like sit down where one of them was sitting. And like set the ale on the table.
The rest of you, the zombie first.
I'm in front of the zombie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Is
I don't-
free seat, drinks.
Yeah, you walk in, tons of dudes, bandits, all that. He's at a chair, and then there's this table up on the stage.
Are there any
recognize
short
them as
bandits?
They look like bandits that you've seen.
Because I haven't seen very many.
Back.
Well, he did
That's
say
true.
they looked like the
The
Radiants
bandits
that,
that
we
you
fought.
guys saw.
Okay.
What was described to you guys as bandits before that you fought? Same vibe.
Same vibe as the Radiants from before.
Same style of armor, all that.
I'll just like keep it close with the zombie, so it's like right
Yeah.
here, and I'm walking in, like kind of.
Welcome in, welcome in. Don't be strangers. Have a seat.
We're not gonna be strangers. What's your name?
Hugo. It's yours.
Ren.
What are you?
Great question.
But he's a bird. Cordy Nostrack.
Pleased to meet you. Kind of leans over the table.
Pleasure to meet you.
Are we? Oh, we are at the same table as him.
No, he leans over his table. 'Cause I'm assuming he went.
Yeah, I
'cause he
went
finished.
up to
Gotcha. Yeah,
I
Courtney
walked
would.
up to him.
Is there anyone like by the door?
Yes.
Are there any big captives in here? Anyone we can observe that's
Make a
being
perception check.
held there against their will? I'm gonna use the
I'm
Kenku thing to give myself advantage.
I would like to like stay
16.
a little farther away from strange men.
To be clear, did you guys untie Arnold's hands?
No.
No, so there's 2 hostages with them.
Yeah, 2 people who are there that don't want to be. 16.
Doesn't appear to be any.
Okay.
Now, why are you bringing men bound into my presence? Someone want to enlighten me onto why I see this? 'Cause it makes me kind of angry.
Why does it make you angry?
Well, we're actively working on this one. This is not them who did this to me.
As like I would assume Almond might be
Yeah.
like doing something. I don't know.
No, he's just kind of like,
Eyeing it.
yeah, it's just like,
And that is the one who was affiliated with the people who did this to me.
Wait,
So
is
it's-
Almond bound?
No.
he kind of stands
you
up.
are. Maybe the second person.
Who did this to you, my friend? What's your name?
My name is Andres.
He's gonna kind of come down again, and there's one seat left at this table. He's gonna pull the chair out, take a seat.
Who's he next to?
Roland, and whoever came in last, because I'm assuming you guys just went.
Is that you?
I would make a point to
I
not
probably sat down.
like
Yeah.
sit. I
Maybe
don't.
he's in between them two.
I don't want to sit down.
Okay,
I'm just like kind of
standing there.
yeah.
Now, who did this to you,
Still
my
haven't
friend?
taken a drink.
We were traveling through the woods.
As I'm kind of like making glances with everyone like here.
We were traveling through the woods and tracking down an old fort and kind of lost sight of what was going on and lost consciousness, and I woke up in a cell found like this. They got me out. That one was one of the people who were operating it.
kind of people? A lot of the people in this room are all kind of like listening carefully. Like it seems like they're kind of hanging on every word that this guy says.
Okay, gotcha.
They identified themselves as the Tothu clan.
You hear that? The Tothu clan. Feel like murmurs go out. We have a common enemy.
You recognize them?
I do. How'd you all get yourselves in that pickle?
Misguidance.
Misguidance. I personally am itching to get into a little bit of an encounter with some men from the Tothu clan. You say this here man is one of them? Arnold's just kind of like...
He is one who's been hired by them, yes, but I would not go as far as to say that he is a member of the Tothu clan.
At least that's what he's telling us.
Well, look at him.
A victim of circumstance, then.
He sucks.
Perhaps it does.
What's with the dead guy who was in the center of town?
The man in the street.
Yeah.
Sorry you all had to see that on my doorstep.
It's fine. I mean, he's in your bar now.
Is the zombie just like sitting next to you?
I'm like leaning up against the zombie.
I don't find that funny.
I'm sorry.
That man, he tried to be a hero. But listen.
What does that mean?
Oftentimes, people do things for a reason, and they don't really understand what kind of bargain they're making. And sometimes people think very clearly they're doing the right thing, but in reality, they're just being a hindrance. Sometimes you give someone an ultimatum, and they choose the wrong side. That's what happened to our friend here. Nothing to get your panties in a twist about, though.
What was the ultimatum?
Move out of the way or I'll stab you.
What about the town?
Well, they're safe.
They must have moved out of the way.
They're smart ones. Now,
It's the first time I've been called smart.
you are all a mixed company. We've got a creature of some kind, a dwarf possibly from the Arrowheads.
What
It
else?
looks to me like some Rygans. Some man and another creature.
About something.
Perhaps you're not wearing your hood, right? Perhaps an animated set of armor.
Yeah, I did that too, actually.
You animated his armor?
Yeah, just like this. He's just all vines under that.
The Vine Man can talk. Impressive.
I've been working on that one for a while. That project of mine.
So what brings you all together, and please do explain to me, because I'm itching to understand why such an unlikely group just comes wandering in my town. And you all look quite rugged.
To be
I'm a little dirty.
to be honest, I think is that green scale ale?
It is.
That would be mighty fine right now.
Well, it doesn't look like you can pour it.
Estrella will walk forward and start like trying to like let him drink of his own accord, but also be the like support.
Have you heard of a straw? Do you have one here?
He's gonna get up on his chair and he's gonna stand on the table. He's gonna walk over to you.
Yeah.
Is it Goliath?
Yeah. He's like 7 feet tall normally, so right now he's like
Strong
probably
table.
9 feet tall.
Sturdy build, just like this one.
Yeah. He's gonna look down at you. Stand up, friend. Let me see your hands.
Oh no.
He's gonna grab this metal
It's an enchantment of some form.
He's gonna kind of like reach under part of the poncho and pull out like this wooden wand that kind of just has like this like curve to it. He's gonna like put it up to it. I want to close your eyes. And he's gonna kind of let go. And this blast comes from it, and the metal just flies throughout the room. Your hand's just this sweaty, dirty, bloody mess.
Yeah.
Even some of the metal just kind of ripping off.
I'd imagine like there's like bone like exposed in certain areas and like flesh like ripped on it and stuff.
Thank you.
Everyone starts clapping around.
Quite a show.
I'm
gonna step off the table.
Immediately, I'll just kind of like start like pulling my hands around themselves and using prestidigitation to clean.
Yeah.
Just what I can.
He's gonna get back off the table onto the chair and kind of like stand up. Oh man, sure that feels good.
It is much appreciated.
As I kind of like go for the
Now,
a Starbucks cup.
Now that I've remedied something for you, perhaps you can remedy my mind and explain to me your situation.
Well, to put it frankly, we've got our asses kicked.
Sorry?
To put it frankly, we've got our asses kicked.
By the Tothu clan?
Yeah.
That can happen to anyone.
And so we went to the nearest town to rest.
Chose the right town. You can rest here easily. My men are quite good guardians. They'll keep you very safe. No harm will come to you this night.
You said your name's Hugo?
Hugo.
Thank you. Very kind of you.
What do we call this
Kind
group?
gentlemen.
This group. These are my Jade Bandits.
Jade Bandits. I think I've heard.
As he kind of like, almost like scratches his neck, just revealing this like golden necklace. And on it is this pretty big red jade with gold wrapped around it.
Can you do a history check on that?
Jade can go in different colors.
It's true.
It's just most commonly in green.
And horses can jump off cliffs.
Did you say that there was a mixture?
You learn something new every day.
Did you say that there was a mixture of like
rolling face palms,
Rygians and Illyrians?
Yeah. Well, not necessarily Illyrians. You can't really tell if someone's Illyrian.
Sure.
There's Rygians mixed with others.
19.
19? For a history check on the Jade Bandits?
Yeah.
You, with your time in the military, have heard of Jade Bandits in a very negative light. Just like the biggest problems you can think of that the military had to go kind of put an end to, usually had that name behind them. Like problems where like, you know, some caravan just got absolutely looted.
Yeah.
And they're like held up there with a bunch of hostages, you know.
Can I ask you a question, Hugo? Mr. Hugo? I don't know what to call you exactly.
Ask away.
You're being very hospitable and very kind to a lot of us. Usually, when people are very hospitable, there's a price associated with that. Is there a price associated with your hospitality?
That's the beautiful thing about it, my friend. I think that way of thinking is the problem with the world. Everything has this material goal where everything you do has to be reaching for the stars for some new thing, some new project. Some very good things have happened just because someone reaches out a hand in a helpful gesture. Where I'm from, spent most of my early days doing what I could. Not for any grand purpose, but because it was good to do. And most of what I do now is to try and wake people up. I think that there's something very bad going on in Lyra, and I want to put an end to it.
What do you mean?
You said that we had a mutual enemy in the Tothu clan.
Tothu clan, one of many groups I despise.
What is your history with them or knowledge of them? We're a bit uneducated.
All I know is they take captives, they do whatever they wish, and they hurt people who might not deserve to get hurt. But most importantly, they prey on those leaving the bastion. This land belongs to the Rygians first. Don't forget it. It's only in Skev's gracious pardoning that the new Ocarines aren't wiped from the planet.
Does he appear to be Rygian himself?
No. And there are many men in here who are not Rygian who agree with me on this. The way that they take care of Alir before was beautiful. But something must be done now. But I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Have you all eaten?
No. I actually think that we have been a bit rude to you.
How so?
Well, as precautionary, we seem to have left two on guard outside, not knowing what we were walking into. Do you mind if I call them in?
Of course. Do it.
It's
very smart.
I'll take a step outside and just kind of like expose myself and expose that my hands are free, even though they look awful.
Yeah, we're climbing onto the balcony in the back.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like,
Send
no, I can't. I have to know what direction they're in.
Do that.
Bro, just
Does a spring
Levi! Zarena! You're out there.
You guys hear that from like around that building?
Do you want alcohol and food? If you do, it's free in here on the tab of the house.
And I'm gonna leave.
Free stuff? Let's go. Message him, ask him if it's a trap.
Okay. She's gonna. Who's in there?
Does she get it to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a group of bandits in here.
And
But they
that's a
chill.
good thing?
Not necessarily, but they are not hostile towards us, and we are talking about the mutual enemy in the Tothu clan.
But shouldn't we be a little careful? You guys can get the information and we can.
Oh, I just was offering the alcohol and the food. But if you don't want the alcohol, there's a food.
He's really pushing the alcohol.
Okay.
They also freed my hands for me.
Could you bring the food out to us? Ask me if you're bringing a plate.
Can you bring the food out here?
I don't think I can. I think that would be rude to my host. They also, as an act of goodwill, freed my hands, so...
They freed his hands.
Don't approve it.
Levi wants you to prove it.
Do I have a general direction based off of the message cantrip?
I don't
I don't
think that's
so.
how it works. No.
It's in the air, dude.
I'll just respond to like,
I'll try.
and
Don't mind me for just one moment. They're a little special.
and I'm gonna just make a boom sound in here using thaumaturgy.
Aren't you outside?
No, I walked back in because
They're being difficult.
When they were doing the message.
you know, when I
Sorry,
started
I
doing the
didn't get
messages because like I don't know where they
Yeah.
are. So I just kind of gonna snap and just
Everyone's
the
just like-
windows are just gonna fly open and just
that. You guys see that? The bottom windows.
outside?
No, it was for dramatic flair.
It was free food.
I agree.
Let's go.
Okay.
Thank you for your patience.
Of course. I can
The zombie's gonna walk around and start closing all the windows again.
I can respect the cautionary measures. Nothing wrong with it. A platter of like drinks is placed at the table as he kind of gets up, and he goes and like brings over to the stage his like big chair, and he just kind of sits on it, kind of like above you guys a little bit. And you guys walk in.
Yeah.
Welcome.
You didn't tell us it was gonna be this crowded. Hey.
Where's the food?
Yeah, where is it?
Food's right here.
Sick.
Take a seat.
I
These
slide
are friends.
you some green scale ale.
Now, we were just talking about many things, actually. You missed quite a bit. Yeah. There's, right then, brought over a roasted turkey, just kind of placed.
Are you sitting at this point?
Yeah.
She's gonna just stand behind Andrus and start rebraiding his hair.
Oh, thanks.
Cute.
I'm gonna inspect this food because I'm so like.
Yeah.
Let's go.
these kids just hopping into it.
Some starved animals we got here. I'm glad you aren't afraid.
Nobody cooked dinner last night.
Oh, that is not a good thing at all. If someone were to forget dinner, man, I would.
We'll get you food
Hey.
later, pal. As he gestures to Roland.
Roland's gonna like stand up and just kind of start to leave.
Where are you going, friend?
He's on a like patrol protocol. It's normal. He just naturally will walk out.
He's also on a strict diet.
Do you have any livestock?
Roland. Livestock, we do.
Turns it out.
Because
Is that what you're into, my friend?
I prefer them more alive.
He likes it as fresh as possible.
We have living livestock.
Please?
Well,
That's crazy. That's the first time he's ever said.
We'll have someone bring a cow around to the front.
Cow? Are you eating good tonight?
Bro's gonna spit
What you really need is chickens. That'd be crazy. Think about you can do
Bro's
3
gonna
at
spit on
once.
the
Just
wheat,
chop.
start breeding the cows.
I'm gonna like whisper, like message Roland, be like, please don't ruin the meat.
Do you happen to have more than one?
I suppose we could part with another cow. You need 2.
I don't necessarily need cows.
Roland, you're gonna need to be very specific with what you need.
Ren requires a certain source of power to power Roland.
What
how do I
type
put
of
this?
power?
The plants with this particular formation, they require a certain essence of life force, and it's kind of keeps it going. It's crazy. As a pet project, he's developed a mind of his own, but if you have smaller animals, that would suffice. It doesn't matter the size, just quantity is king.
I have a tickling feeling that you all are lying to me.
Yeah, it was more of a gag. I'm gonna be so honest. We have a
Thank
like unspoken thing. He doesn't like me, and he's all right. Well, not really. But besides the point, he just needs souls.
So he's not your project.
He's his own thing. I have no idea what he is.
Now, Roland, what exactly are you? Perhaps we can figure out this problem.
I believe that I am some sort of wraith.
That would make sense.
Wow, this is the most normal conversation that anyone has had with him since I've met him.
See, I'm sort of a surprisingly charismatic person. I find myself able to connect with even a wraith.
I require the souls of living creatures to.
Now that is an expensive diet. And I'm guessing, from the nature of your existence, that a living person is the best.
It is.
Now, unfortunately, I do not have any spare people I'm willing to get rid of. So, my offer stands with the 2 cows.
Hey Roland, I have a question because I think I might be able to get you more. He's offering you 2 cows. What if you bought more from him? Because you don't really have a attachment to money, do you?
Of 1 platinum and 20 gold.
That could certainly buy a few cows.
Thank you for sharing my entire wallet.
I not to do that.
Being just
That's so
dossing,
deep,
bro.
bro. Oh, I love it.
The 2 cows will suffice, I believe.
They'll be brought around.
So
Johnny kind of gets up and moves.
you have approximately $3 in your bank account.
Bro, that's me every day at work.
Oh my
You have
God.
approximately $12.50 in your checking account. That's God. It's Lake Oswego.
More like 2,500, dude.
Well, I just spreading my account details like that. That's
Zach
true.
pulls you up on the regular.
Bro's
He's
just
like,
talking
down
about
again?
fucking-
I've
He
got
watches
2.
you like in stock market.
Hey, I got 2K in my bank account. There's just this weird dash in front of it.
And it's all red.
Yeah, I don't know what
Why
that's
the letter's
about.
red?
It's because Jesus said it, you know?
Oh.
Red letters. You know?
Red letter bank
That
account.
was a very interesting niche joke.
Yeah, I didn't even get
I did, but I was just like,
Vanquish your
now, what are your names, friends?
Leroy.
Is it Ruark?
That's what I heard.
Sorry.
if you give me another drink, I'll tell you.
There is a plate full of drinks.
No, I want you to go get it yourself.
Well, that's wow.
Everyone kind of goes like a little bit quiet, a little bit. Kind of gets up. Walks over to the bar.
Yo, what a
Fills up.
G.
Well. You all are a very entertaining group.
My name's Zarena.
Hugo. Captain Hugo.
Captain.
Bull troop.
Nope. He goes up and sits down.
Freya's gonna lean down in front of Beatrice. She's like finishing off his braid. Do you have something to tie this off?
Use the hair.
Wouldn't that knot it?
It's okay.
Okay.
Is there an open
If
sea
you
on
don't
Hugo's
like
table?
that,
Just rip a bit off my tunic.
Is there an open sea on Hugo's table?
An open seat at Hugo's table?
Yeah.
It's like, think of the Last Supper. You know how there's like a long table and there's like a bunch of seats? He's kind of at the center. After he gets that drink, he kind of goes back and sits down, keeps eating. So there's 4 people, 2 to his right, 2 to his left.
Okay.
And then there's like nothing on the other side.
Is there enough room to fit the sea on the other side?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up. Mind if I sit?
What'd you say?
Mind if I sit?
I don't mind.
I'm just gonna sit down in front of
Again, everyone kind of just like looks over like.
I'm gonna sit down in front of him. I just want to know about the Tothu clan.
What I know is that they're despicable, evil.
That's so crazy.
That's insane.
That's on point.
No!
Okay.
What's he doing?
In Minecraft.
God.
What's happening to the
Bargain for.
It's Minecraft cow.
It's Minecraft cows.
Red's like, I gotta go check with the council. I'll be right back.
The clan, Tothu clan, is a very, very interesting group of whatever they are. I don't seem to know anything about the upper management. They're very elusive.
Where did you see them last?
So you haven't heard about Bill?
No, I've not heard about Bill. Who's Bill?
Oh my.
A figment of their imagination.
You wouldn't get it.
That's insane.
There is something very disturbing about them. And I've seen a group of them before. Slaughtered a few.
Where?
The forests. All over the gleaming woodland.
What were they doing?
What?
What were they doing?
Traveling. Carrying captives. If you don't mind, I'd love to speak to your affiliated friend. You say he does not have any sort of real affiliation? He only was hired?
Talk to him, man.
That he alludes to, no.
No, not up.
You know what?
So I'm not him up.
Kind of gets up and walks up.
Arnold.
Can I have something to eat, please? My hands are tied.
You can eat with your hands tied.
Why are his hands tied?
We voted on it.
No trust.
He worked for them, and there was a fight, so better safe than sorry.
Well, actually, we made a deal.
Oh.
As long as my hands are bound by his employers, his hands would stay bound by us. And
Thank you. You can go back to the table, sit down, start eating.
No, we need you to talk.
Oh, one sec.
So does that mean we can untie this guy now?
They just did.
I just did.
I mean, he just did.
Yeah, because he wastes the rope. That was your rope.
Wasn't my rope.
All for the flare.
Oh, it's like 10:49.
no, we started.
We started at 7.
Don't dox us like
I
that.
mean, we went out to eat the cows, you know.
Alright, love you all.
Alright. Kenny's gotta go because
It's been real.
He's married.
This is a grandpa.
don't worry. We're wrapping up. Nothing will happen important without you.
Yeah.
Hey, chat, say goodbye to Kenny.
Because you're never gonna see him again.
Rest in peace, Kenny.
The cow beat rolling.
That's what that sound was.
Natural 20.
Defeated.
Defeated by the cow.
It was a minotaur.
The cow was
Love you, bro.
really well shaped. I'm just.
Ayo.
It was a shape.
It's red.
It was red.
My chance. Sorry we started late. Love you, bro.
I mean, he came late, so.
But we also started late. Ideally, we would have been started like an hour before. Or not. 45 minutes. Well, we ended up starting at like way late.
Yeah.
Can I say chat while we're playing D&D?
That's crazy. No.
I mean, we post it live.
Yeah. I'm gonna start saying chat every time.
No.
Is
You
that-
can't say chat unless you can actually see the responses real time.
Yeah.
Nah.
That
Until we
one's
start
banned until
streaming.
you can stream.
Until we start streaming.
Chat, is that true?
Yeah.
Let me know right now.
Sound off in the comments.
If somebody that
Aaron
used to
writing.
our party comments that it's okay, I'll let it slide.
Okay. All right. I'm
You
good
don't
with
believe about the word chat?
that. Yeah.
Anyway,
So, where are you all on your way to?
I will.
I will ultimately, yes.
I won't.
What do you plan to do in Hyrule?
Tons of stuff. Dude.
Take in the sights.
Well,
see.
Parson gear.
See sight.
See the sights, tons of stuff,
Buy some gear.
buy some gear. Very low goals.
Well, I
research
want to
some
learn
more about what we've been pursuing.
As an answer.
I want to see if I can find anyone who's seen anything like me before.
A dying bird. I've seen plenty. None that lie to me first thing, but you might be
It
unique
wasn't
in
the
that.
first thing I had said. It was more of a gag, really, but I am sorry. Birds that can talk, and if I found one that also happened to be decaying, that would be interesting.
I wish you luck with that, although I doubt you'll find any.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try.
That's good.
Gotta have something to live for.
Quite depressing. Well,
That was so depressing, dude. Oh my god.
when you get to Highwall, tell whoever you see that Westdenn has been invaded by evil bandits that will kill all the townspeople unless there's immediate action from the military.
How far is the
You
nearest
want the
military
military
post?
to fight you, or you want them to pay you?
We would much rather have them fight us. As I said before,
Oh, they're freedom fighters.
not much to gain from more things.
Where's the nearest military outpost?
Ravenside.
Yeah, Well, Ravenside and Highwall, you're kind of in between.
We will pass that message along.
They're most likely to come from Ravenside though, 'cause
But they can get messages from Highwall.
What?
That's the
Yeah.
capital.
so I doubt they'd like
Why are you
take
picking a fight
Highwall
with
soldiers out of Highwall.
Why are you picking the fight with the Illyrians?
Sorry?
Why are you picking a fight with the Empire?
Picking a fight. How long you been around, friend?
19 years.
He's like 19. Oh my gosh.
Well, did you grow up in the Empire?
Don't think so.
You don't think so? You don't know?
Not really.
Come on, we
Where'd you
can't
grow
both
up?
do this memory loss thing. It doesn't. It
No,
doesn't
I'm
look
being
good.
straight up, man. Don't remember where I live.
You don't remember where you live. You. That's odd.
We're helpless.
Well, have you ever been affiliated with a group? A big group, not just a.
Like, how big is big? Like a dozen people?
A country?
A country size group? No, I can't say that.
Well, I guess if you didn't grow up around here, you might not know, but a couple hundred years ago, the Ocrian Empire sent settlers here to colonize this land. And they have mistreated the land. Let worms and snakes like the Tothu clan come near to the holy lands of the Rygans, the places that they treasure most. Temples once used to worship a powerful god, held by slavers, bandits, savage people.
This is just from my history. I just before the Empire came in, the main like worshiper was Skev. Like as far as I'm concerned, like between like the half of the continent and down is just dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now, when you ask me why I pick a fight, I do take offense to that.
My bad.
I do not pick a fight. I only wish that a fair fight would happen. As of right now, there is no official war between Rig and New Acre. But if there was, perhaps we could sort things out.
So you want a war to settle one things off?
I admit I do.
I think you want to be seen, right? You want them to understand that you are an opposition to be respected as such.
No, I'd rather them just leave.
Oh, fair enough.
How big is the Jade Minutes? Like, is it more than just these 40?
You would assume so.
Okay. And where do you have the rest of them? Alda? I know you have.
Whoa. You're going to be reporting to the guard. I can't have you telling them everything.
But do you want us to like inflate your numbers, undersell you?
Do whatever you have to. I don't care.
Alright.
They'll come eventually. Kind of itching for a fight here.
Did you actually hurt everybody else in this town?
No.
Can I insight on that?
Yeah.
I realize I have horrible charisma, so this is not going to end well. So.
Insight's wisdom.
A 3.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that his
Where is-
Christmas entire?
Oh, 11. I rolled a 4, so.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he seems right.
We can pass that along.
No shame.
Now, is there something that you all desire of me other than your hands being free and food and water and rest?
Just a bed, yeah.
I have a very strange request. It's more for.
I'm not unfamiliar to strange requests, as you see earlier.
You seem like a person who can enjoy having fun for fun's sake. Something silly. Well, I'll shoot straight. You're the largest person I've ever seen. Compliment. Don't mean that badly. And I know this trick that makes people even larger.
Would you like to enlarge me?
Yes. And
Instead, how about you enlarge someone else?
okay.
Not him. Not him.
Do you know someone bigger than yourself?
Of course I do.
lead the way. If it's too much. Just...
Randall, would you stand up, please?
Not Randall.
In the one of the chairs, some guy stands up. Just this huge hulking. Maybe looks like even just a human. Seems to be like 7'4".
Dang! Just look over to you guys.
Heavy.
I'll be right back. Just start walking over there.
Oh, watch this. See what happens.
I gotta reach out my tiny hand.
I'm Ren.
He's a mute.
Are you okay if you get bigger? Okay. I don't know if I have to touch him to do that. I think I do.
It would specify.
Yeah, I know.
Did it say touch?
Range.
It probably is.
Particularly.
It doesn't. I
mean, you're
cast
close enough to
enlarge.
touch
I
it.
assume he's a willing party, so he doesn't have to save or anything. I've never actually seen it work.
Oh.
You never tried.
Yeah, I've tried.
He's tried. People just save.
Oh no, you tried on Roland.
Yeah. It increases by one size. Increases by one category.
He's not large.
Yeah. And I just have to see it.
All right. So you just, what does that look like?
I'm just gonna kind of like wide-eyed and excited about magic and spells. Just gonna kind of hold out my staff, and like the staff almost just like shakes in his hand a little bit, and then he just kind of holds out his other hand, and I almost imagine like an amber sort of wave kind of passes onto this guy, and he gets beefy.
He just kind of grows. A few of the things around him just get moved. He's standing feet taller, like way taller. Probably more like, I think large starts at, I think it's 8 feet, and it goes to 16, right? Or no, not 16.
I think so.
He goes up a size.
Yeah, so he goes. Oh my God. He's about 12 feet tall. His head's kind of like.
One of you should arm wrestle him.
Yeah, no.
Dean?
Not a strength.
I am thoroughly impressed.
She's kind of looking all over you.
Do you want to get smaller again, or are you... Is that asking for...
He puts his hand down to like almost your feet.
Oh, I jump on his head.
You're like
Yeah.
this big compared to him.
Yeah. Time of my life.
He's just gonna stand up and like hold you up.
Start walking around.
If he walks, he's gonna crush.
Ren reaches back and like flaps his wings with his arms like he's
The
flying.
stink. Oh my God.
He's gonna kind of like slip and like drop you.
Tries to glide, it just fails. Yeah.
Well, that was short-lived,
He breaks concentration from the fall.
Yeah, he just.
Is it concentration?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just kind of shrinks back down to size.
Huh.
Sits back down.
Thank you, Hugo. That was wonderful.
You are welcome, friend. Now I'm almost running out of requests to. Well,
I should like a conversation later tonight if possible.
of course. That we can have. I must request one thing of all of you. It matters much more than letting the guards know where we are. For the things that I've helped you with, food, rest, whatnot, I ask for a token.
Sure.
It was like
Token?
an object?
Token of your gratitude.
I'm gonna walk over to Levi.
You can have Roland.
You want to flip it old?
Would it feel okay to offer what I gave you, since you're not using it?
What did you give me? Oh, I am kind of attached to that.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna reach into my bag of holding, and I will pull out a piece of paper rolled up into a scroll. You want this?
What is it?
I don't know.
Have you opened it?
I can't read it.
Let me see. Remind me what this is?
Summon elemental spell scroll.
Oh, sorry, wait, hold on. When did you?
No.
Do you know what it says?
Mm-hmm. We'll talk. I need something that does not have any
Value?
I need something that is valuable to you all,
Oh. I know exactly.
but not valuable to anyone else.
You can have my jacket.
I don't want your jacket.
Okay, that's pretty much all I have.
I don't even think I have anything.
What is the DM thing?
I'm going to
Ooh.
reach into a pouch that I have that has a bunch of these like random like
Yeah.
bits and like bottles in it and stuff like that you guys have seen like throughout the course of our journey, like and just like taking random objects and putting them in. And after like looking around in it, I'm gonna pull out a pendant that to Estrella, probably Kieran, maybe Levi, would have the iconography of Skeb on it.
Okay.
This is the only object I have left that reminds me of my childhood.
Does dark. Sad. Must be nice to remember your childhood. I guess I'm still living mine.
He's gonna kind of like seem to lose focus and like he was previously very engaged, and he just begins to kind of like flip it through his hands for a minute as he just kind of focuses on it.
I just want to do a history check on Scav.
Yeah.
I'm not a worshiper. 18.
18. I mean, you know everything that's generally known about Skev, which is that the people of Rag worship him. There's a city where people, almost strictly all of them,
Yeah.
like it's almost like their job to worship him.
Yeah. I'm trying to
He is-
clarify. Not on the worship of Skev, but Skev himself.
You know that he is, image-wise, what he looks like, as far as what people have described, this like perfectly white pale with like white hair, tall figure. And there's this blue magic that comes from him. And that he is the god of Mystium,
Mystium.
which is a extremely rare metal.
Okay.
Gotta get me some of that.
I'd imagine I didn't have too much interaction with Skev.
No. What is this made out of?
I don't think that that's necessarily something that Andrus would like know the specifics of. If it was just a simple, if it was anything beyond a simple,
is it like
creation, I imagine it to be the pendant is a piece of metal and it is held by like rawhide, like a rawhide cord.
Can I inspect it?
What?
Can I inspect it? Am I not?
Do you know where you're from?
From Rag.
You know where in Rag?
Would you like me to make a history check?
Yeah.
Just take my dice.
It worked. That would be a 24.
24?
Yeah. Look at these nuts.
Think back. And you picture this scene of these towering trees, these beautiful buildings, wood carving, beautiful structures, well-kept streets with gardens, a vicious wolf attack in the streets, random memories, but no name comes to mind. Well, would guess that you're from somewhere in Veridale. Based on this.
Am I familiar with Veridale?
You know it's a region of Ride. Kind of in the east.
How could you know?
The make.
What about it?
The way that this wood is carved and the iconography. The way that the symbol is depicted. It's unique. Unlike that of other places I've been. See, not all things are uniform and perfect. But it is very beautiful. Thank you. Stay as long as you like, although there may be danger in the coming days.
Alright.
I'm gonna leave.
Alright.
And go to a nearby house.
I will also leave. He's
Okay.
bushed.
Anyone else leaving? Anyone stay?
Show for me.
I'm just gonna ask him, like, so where are the rooms?
Stairs.
Alright, see ya.
Have a nice night.
Yep.
Are you going upstairs?
I
Or are you
might,
going outside?
I might,
What?
Might, talk for a while.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sleep in someone's house. Light a
Okay.
fire.
You just walk into a house similar to the other one.
Yeah.
Light a fire.
Yeah.
Alright. You were going.
Yeah, I mean, I would see him go to a house, and is it like every person takes their own house, or are we sharing a house? How's this work?
There's an entire town.
Okay, we'll be neighbors then. I'll go to the house next to his.
I'll wait because for
Yeah.
conversation.
So it's just you three and then you at the table. And Arnold and also on. They're just kind of eating. He's gonna come down after like everyone's kind of like things start to die down. People start to clean dishes, stuff like that. He kind of comes down and sits at the table. Now, you all are traveling to Highwall, yes?
Yes.
Well, wish you luck. I can't quite get a read on all of you. Figure out what your true goal is.
Probably because there isn't one yet.
That makes sense. Are you all aimlessly wandering about, looking for a job?
I think we all have personal goals, and we accomplish them together one by one, I guess.
I would say that while work is good and pay is good, we're in a place right now where we're trying to pursue something that means something. But
Well,
we don't know what that is yet.
I could give you a temporary goal. It's worth lots of money. And it does have a cause. Does this sound appealing? Money and purpose?
Of course, we'd have to run it by the rest of our friends, but I think they would be willing to hear us out.
Well, if you're going to Highwall, there's something I need there. Y'all ever done any sort of burglary? Heisting? Thievery?
The one person who probably has
Yes. You're used to sneaking in, breaking in, bashing heads. Well, I do lack the time and delicacy to trifle with small jobs and jobs that require a steady hand, as I'm preoccupied. But a group like you small in number, but survivors of encounters with the likes of the Tothu clan and whatnot. In Highwall, in the center of town, there's a grand hall. Not too popular. It's more of a museum. The Hall of Beginning. Any of you know this hall?
Make a history check.
I'm upstairs. I know I'm not even here.
Would I know? You know what I mean?
12.
That's terrible timing. You should not have gone upstairs.
Well, you'll know when you get there. It's a pretty grand building. Well, it is home to lots of pictures and artifacts and books. And quite interestingly, there's a portrait of every general and captain who first settled. But I do not care for that.
You're telling
There-
me every general and captain had their portrait taken?
I believe so.
Draws,
Unless-
probably. I don't know what you mean by taking.
Sure, yeah.
Well, the image was taken and put onto a paper.
Yeah. Digital.
Oh, the light was captured and
Mm-hmm.
put onto a part of
Magic.
photography.
Photography.
It exists, I don't know.
Okay.
Dude, Ren's mind would have been blown again
He's
if he
like-
heard that.
What is it, a media?
Dude, guys, he's
No, I'm
doing a
very
tweet.
interested.
Shut up.
I'm doing a post on Instap.
And what is it that you're looking for at this holiday beginning?
In this museum, there is an artifact that belongs to the more true dwellers of this land. There's a broken horn used to call upon aid in battle. It sits in that museum. And I wish to blow upon that horn to call for my men. That would bring me pleasure.
So you'd like for us to burglarize and recover this horn and bring it here?
Exactly. And how you do that, and what clues and trails you leave behind, I do not care for. Bring it to me, and you will have your full reward.
What is this reward?
Could be many things. What do you desire most? Money? Gold?
Frankly, I actually seek more of what he had. Magical scrolls. Or at least the opportunity to learn more.
Dude, do you want this?
I could read it for you if you'd like. Or if you do not have a use for it, I would certainly take it. Consider it a trade.
We'll talk.
I could easily get that for you.
You kind of see and just get a little bit of a demeanor change.
What about a favor? Just like one thing. You can call in at any time. Just like, hey, I need some help.
I do not particularly love favors.
Weapons and armor.
How specific can you get with said magical transcripts?
You tell me now. Perhaps I can have one for you. A specific one. No promises.
We'll talk.
I'm having any armor really doesn't really make noise, but chafes when I move too much. So,
It doesn't make any noise.
yeah.
Spells goes, you all have very high aims for what you desire. So perhaps we make this deal one of a greater measure. Not only do you retrieve this horn, but you do another job for me. And then one more. 3 in total. Perhaps I can get each of you something that you desire most.
Are you a genie?
That could be,
Well,
depending on how happy you are with your reward.
Well, I think that this is certainly something for us to discuss. This is
Well, you're much nicer than anyone here I've met. Sorry, I didn't mean
That's
to.
true.
Awkward. Well, the last guy we met.
that's one less for the reward.
More for me.
So 2 jobs now?
We'll see.
Yeah,
Of course, you could always not and get less rewards, but
I think that's
how
perfectly
about
fair.
when we get that horn back to you? We'll talk about another thing.
alright.
Or would it be like something in the same avenue? It's like, oh, also get this portrait in the hall beginning, and also this like.
I see what you mean. Perhaps you complete 3 jobs, and then your rewards will be ready for you.
We'll talk. We have to discuss this with the others.
So in the morning then.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for now we drink.
Yes.
I do have one question for you.
What is
I wanted to speak to you about. There's these Jade Bandits.
Yes.
Do you have a wide reach?
Wide enough?
All the way to the coast?
Yes. We even have a ship.
I
Can
am
you guess the name? I'll give you 5 gold if you can guess the name.
I want to say something like the.
Everyone gets a guess. Sorry. We'll continue with your thought.
Okay.
Once everyone
I'm
guesses.
okay with the guesses.
I love games like this.
Destroyer.
Incorrect, but it is not too far from that. It is very far from that.
The Jade Javelin.
Incorrect.
Let's talk about like alliteration for a second.
It's very good with guesses.
Jade Bandit Warship.
No.
I thought that was definitely it.
Stray is like,
Are you gonna guess?
You should guess. Wait.
Just think of something from your past.
from
I don't know.
the orphanage?
The orphanage.
The orphanage is crazy.
Wow.
That's
Well,
not
that is not a clue you should follow. It has very little to do with parentless children.
He's like, it's actually called the orphanage.
It's called Fatherless Behavior.
It's called the unwanted children.
It's called the nuclear family.
That's why
She
I've
see, she
never
wouldn't
heard
know
of
that.
Exactly. That's the joke.
The nuclear whole family.
She didn't know that one.
it. That's crazy.
The only vessel that I am aware of is one called the Wave Crawler.
How do you know about the wave crawler?
That is what I wanted to ask about, actually.
But it is not the wave crawler.
That is good.
What is it?
Was that your guess?
Not intentionally.
Do you have a guess?
The Jade Ship.
Incorrect.
The Jade.
Horrible guesses.
Abysmal guesses. Now, what would you like to know about the wave crawler?
What's the name of your ship, dude? You can't blow over this. I'm curious now.
Perhaps you should have.
Guessed it correct? Yeah, I'm not like a nautical.
I actually
Nautical.
Not like a. I'm not a ship guy.
Great session, guys.
Good night, bro.
Do that?
Again.
I'm seeking where the wave caller perhaps makes birth or where it was last sighted.
Now, I do not know that off the dome, my head, but I do know that I could obtain that information.
That might be part of that 3 parts.
The location of the wave crawler, spell scroll, some armor, some more things, and it could be stacked together. The jobs are completed. What is your intention with the wave crawler?
I have a bad history. I'd like to find their captain. And quite frankly, I'd like to burn the vessel.
That I can understand. Well then, how shall I help you with that? I see that perhaps there could be a very strong and beneficial sort of an alliance between you all and we all. Scratch my back and I scratch yours.
Like right now?
Huh?
Like get up and start walking behind him.
Oh.
He actually scratches back.
All the guys in the
Yeah. So they're all just like looking around.
What are you guys get?
Like, I'll be back. And
I did not expect you to actually scratch my back.
then why you just
You can though. I'll give you 5 gold.
go ahead?
He just starts pulling out the gold
That's crazy.
as he just sips on his drink. And are you guys like drinking, or are you guys kind of just chilling out, being precautious?
Estrada's
drinking?
just still been awkwardly standing
Yeah.
behind Andrus this entire time.
That's awkward.
That is super-
Yeah, that is really awkward.
I'm just eating.
She's awkward. She's
Why don't you
uncomfortable.
not?
As he just kind of drinks, he gets, quieter and quieter as he just kind of gets more drunk. Anyone doing anything before they go to bed?
Once that conversation kind of comes to a close with that, I'd get up and go find a house.
All right.
You coming with?
I would ask him, hey, you ever heard of me?
Have I ever heard of you? No, I don't think I have.
Well, have you heard of any of my aliases?
What are your aliases?
Call me the Eyeless.
The Eyeless.
Mask of Boy.
Sorry, Mask of
Boy?
Mask of Boy? That is a funny name. The Eyeless, the Mask of Boy, do they all have to do with your bandage across your face?
No, just the Eyeless one.
Any others?
That's all I've heard. I'm just wondering if I'm like getting popular.
I have not. What is your full name?
Oh, Levi Portmore.
Levi Portborn. Any other names?
Nope.
I do not particularly like your nicknames.
Yeah. That's what people call me. I don't know. It's just like.
Perhaps I'll give you another down the line.
Okay.
I love nicknames.
What's like? Is there like a really good nickname here? Like, does someone here have like a sick nickname? You got a nickname?
Many.
Well, I guess the Jade Giant. Huh?
Perhaps it has been used. I've not heard of it.
Okay. No, I haven't heard of you either. So.
I've been called many things. Can't think of my favorite. One time, I heard myself referred to as the Stone Death. That is a good nickname, whoever gave it.
That's a pretty good name, actually. Yeah.
I was flattered by that.
Can you blush?
Can I blush?
I don't know. I knew a Goliath before. He
never blushed.
Well, he didn't smile at all.
That's unfortunate. Smiling is very fun.
I think so.
I'm getting quite drunk.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
I will speak more to your group in the morning. Does your group have a name?
Not any that we care to share. Kind of workshop in it.
Well, if you're in need of names, I'm very good with that.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we got the bird, the door. Yeah, I go list through. I give like a general description of our aesthetic, and it's like, now, think on that, sleep on it, and then come back to us.
It will come to me in my sleep.
Ooh. No, I'm gonna let you wake up.
Yeah, of course. Well, enjoy.
Is there another room upstairs?
There is.
Okay. Good night.
Enjoy your evening. Kind of stands up. Enjoy your evening, gentlemen. Kind of goes to walk out the back.
His head on the freak.
Kind of ducks underneath.
I'm gonna go upstairs. Is there like an obvious like room that's like open?
Yeah, there's one that the door's like wide open.
Okay.
It's not like well prepared or anything. It's just like a room. It's got a big bed, but it's like not made.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna check the other rooms up here, try to find Zorna.
Yeah, just knocking on them.
Yeah. Hello, hello.
Knocks on your door. You're like, get woken up.
What?
Can I come in?
Why?
Okay, never mind. Good night.
Good night.
Alright. Only person who hasn't left. Did you go anywhere?
I was just drinking for a while until I eventually stumbled upstairs.
Alright. Eventually you find yourself like drinking at a table with, some guys. They still have their armor on somehow. They're like placing bets, arm wrestling, playing cards, drinking, all the sorts. And then eventually stumble up. You just go to an open room.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I walk into a room.
Start cuddling with Levi.
Been there, done that.
Come here, baby. Come back to sleep.
Don't go on my waist. You know I like to be the big spoon.
Just meaty dwarf.
Levi likes to be the little spoon. Come on.
You'd be surprised.
Come on.
Alright. Then as you all go to sleep in this interesting situation at this town of Westdenn, see what happens next session.
Sweet.
Thank you all for joining us. We'll catch you